Last time, Conscript Group 14 continued their journey across the wastes of Avernus, searching for the citadel which, based on their companion Lulu's memory, seems to contain the Sword of Zariel, an object of incredible power which is vital if they wish to save the city of Elturel from plunging into the river Styx. Approaching a mound of enormous chains and broken masonry, they fought and destroyed a chain devil in the process of performing a hideous sacrifice to Asmodeus. Its victim, Siolanar, a powerful fae, convinced them to destroy her, thus sending her home to the Feywild. From this spot, Lulu, the Holophant, was able to find her bearings and began leading them with more assurance toward their goal. Unfortunately, in order to reach it, they were forced to cross the river Styx. After examining their options and calling upon friends and enemies both for advice, they chose to accept a ride from Ophiacus, the ferryman, leaving their infernal war machine behind. A heavy price was paid for this trip by Falkrunn, who had several of her memories stripped away by the waters of the Styx. Once again, Conscript Group 14 followed Lulu to a large hill jutting up from the horizon. Along their path, they encountered grotesque iron trees with tortured bodies dangling from their spiked branches. At the top of the hill, they encountered Jander Sunstar, one of the Archangel Zariel's generals, who had betrayed her by leading her army of Hellriders away from Avernus when her need was greatest. Conscript Group 14 chose to free Jander from his eternal suffering, and in doing so brought down the wrath of Haruman, another of Zariel's generals, this one very much in her favor. He has appeared 300 feet away, riding a fiery steed 15 feet off the ground. All around you, a cloud of vicious insects has erupted from the iron trees. The souls impaled upon them are screaming in terror as the dreadful commander of the Hellriders, now a powerful devil, begins charging towards you. Conscript Group 14, we will roll initiative.
Whoa.
This here is the tree.
Nope.
I will pling that again so you can see it. This here is the tree where Jander Sunstar is. If you would be so kind as to put yourselves on the board.
How do I put myself in Baldur's Gate?
Just have to ask two of our members to just banish you. That'd be right.
Really quick.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I was going to say, do we remember or do we know the properties of the healing acorn tree situation that we received from the Fae?
It is a potion of greater healing that can be used by anybody. Just use it.
Oh, it's a one-time...
It's like a healing... sorry, I'm not potion greater. A healing word that can be used by anybody.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was like a huge healing tree of magic.
Nope. So this is the person who is bearing down upon you. He is coming from this direction, not currently on the map. And I will reveal the swarm of these creatures that have sprung up around you.
This isn't good.
Good Lulu's on the turn tracker this time.
This
I have
isn't
a feeling
good.
we'll need her.
Yeah.
Urgh.
Need all the help we can get.
Sorry, there's a lot of these guys, but they're coming.
If it's easier for you to leave a few out, we could totally do that.
Yeah.
It's really no trouble, guys. I want to make sure you get the full experience.
Well, I just don't want you to put yourself out. This is for you.
Given that we're just coming
I
off a
don't think
battle,
you guys gonna have problems with these things.
we had a battle with no rest, and we've used abilities and all sorts of cool stuff. This will be interesting.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
Yeah, that's
there
a
we
lot.
go.
Oh my god.
Let us check the. I've got a Silas at 18, a Jax at 17. I've got these little creatures, the Sturges, 14. Lulu at 8. Persephone at 7. I do not
roll?
see a Typhon.
Got to refresh my client here.
And while
Rolling
that's
at the
happening, were the blood-sucking giant demonic mosquito sturges, were they actually moving to attack us, or were they simply around?
They are moving to attack you.
Bloody hell. That's a pun.
moment.
It works on so many levels.
There we go.
Well, that sucks.
Mine did not show
It
up,
will.
but I did roll.
All right, so I will add you in there, Eastland. What did you roll?
20.18.
20, you say?
20.18.
20.8. 0.18?
0.18.
0.18.
The high
All right,
roller.
now I think we have everybody. Which means, at the top of the order, Typhon with an astounding 25.16. It is your turn.
Okay. How far off is the creature that's sort of
It's
careening
currently
towards us?
300 feet away.
300 feet. That's
Indeed.
far. Cool. I will then. I don't know. Let's get a sense of what these little guys are like. Let's throw out a Ring of the Scorpion attack towards. Oh, let's just go to this closest one just to see
Alrighty.
how this happens. Whoop.
I'm afraid 11 does not hit as it is moves out of the way, and just the presence of these tendrils of energy that come at it just manages to just fly right out of the way.
Uncomfortable. All right, we're gonna go here. Here, I'll have Imp go invisible and fly about 30 feet up. Just to kind of
Alrighty.
hang out 30 feet up, but directly about there.
30 feet up directly
That's gonna
above you.
be my turn.
Very good. Eastland.
Eastland will take a shot. Which one did you shoot at, Typhon? The closest one, like right here?
This one.
Oh, that guy? Sure. We'll all right, here, I'll shoot at this one over here, Sean, to my northeast.
To your northeast. Yes, there's not enough colored dots in the bank to do all these, so be sure you ping the ones that you're striking.
A 24.
24 is a hit.
And 50 million points of damage. I'm clicking and it's not rolling, which is...
Well, sometimes it takes a second. There it comes.
Aha.
I clicked it for him.
Oh, thank you.
just to see if it would work. And I was like, oh, it works.
Well, hey, teamwork.
Good job. That's 11.
Max damage.
It is completely annihilated by that shot.
Oh, good.
I'm
Ooh,
gonna,
ooh.
I'm
I
gonna
feel like
roll
I
a 1 now.
need this temporary hit point situation as I destroy these.
All right. As this turn happens, it should have actually happened right before your turn, Eastland, but who's counting? All of the bodies on all these trees begin to wail again, even louder. Just it rises in pitch and intensity, and you feel like your brain is going to split. Everybody takes 2 points of psychic damage, and I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody, please.
Oh, why is it always wisdom, Sean?
I'm immune to psychic damage.
Oh dear.
Does magical resistance have any effect on it?
Yes. So go ahead and roll that
Goody
with advantage.
goody. Maybe.
Okay. Anybody who rolled under 11, so Typhon, that did make a difference. You are stunned until the end of your next round.
Ugh.
Next turn, I should say.
Oh, that's everyone. Who didn't do it? Oh,
Did
sorry.
any-
So I'm just going to go through here, looking here. I see
It was just
Eastland made it.
Yeah.
Falkrunn. Silas, you're stunned. Jax, you made it. Typhon, you made it. And Persephone, you made it. Alrighty. Brings us to Falkrunn.
Okie dokie. So, man, I am going to.
Gotta keep your hand on that spacebar.
This will be a really fun game. DM, how high up are these sturges? Am I able to like run up and hit them, or are they at such a height that a dwarf such as myself would be rather hilarious?
So the ones that are they're all coming up from the trees. So the ones that are on the same level of you, and it's probably not clear from this map, but where you are right now, you're up. There's a little cliff here.
Yeah, we're on like a little. Yeah,
that is 10 feet above the ground around it. So the ones that are coming from the trees that are actually below are actually coming at you from the same level that you are. The ones that are behind you are coming from trees that are 10 to 15 feet higher than that. So they're converging on you. They will have to get within range to harm you, but there are none that are currently... I don't see any that you could currently run up and hit, per se.
That's what I wanted to know. Thank you. All right, then. So Falkrunn is going to go ahead and... she will toll the dead on, which I believe it was this Sturge here that has already taken damage. All right, so
no, the Sturges that have taken damage have died.
Oh, lovely. Well then, she will then toll the dead on this Sturge right here.
Alrighty.
All right then, so she tolls the dead and
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
I have failed with a 12. It is destroyed.
Well, but okay.
Well, I mean, fair enough. You should probably roll. There is a slight chance it might not be destroyed.
Yeah, I could be terrible at this. You don't even know.
I don't even know. Fair is fair.
I'm saying it's not missing any of its hit points, right?
No.
All right, then. So let's submit that and see.
So I see maximum damage. This Sturge is destroyed.
That was actually maximum.
There is nothing left of it other than a lingering red mist.
Are the rest of the Sturges intimidated by its sudden demise?
It's hard to tell, but, could be.
Hard to get a beat on these guys. All right.
Indeed.
And then using the gracious rule that you have, I'm going to go ahead and chug a potion of healing.
Yes, go right ahead.
Because things are scary, friends.
That is a homebrew rule. Drinking a potion on your turn costs a bonus action.
Yeah. All right.
Then, so as that is happening, you all see Haruman making his way towards you at blinding speed. He halves the distance between you and him on this turn. Silas.
But he's not on the board.
I am.
He's on the horse. Yes.
No,
No, he's not. He's still not on the board. Still not on the board.
So Haruman is 150 feet away from us. I am
More or less,
stunned and therefore incapacitated and can take no action.
And at the end of this
Do I
turn, you
get
are
a
no longer
save?
stunned. You're no longer
okay.
stunned. Only lasts a turn. Jax.
I am going to shoot the closest one, which will be this one with the purple ding.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it with a short bow. Oh my god, 10.
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
Oh great! And then I'm going to move behind his Lin.
All right, the Sturges go. Let's see. Let me double check their speed. Okay. Let me do something here. Alrighty. So, this one can come to here to attack Silas. The other two cannot quite make it with their speed, so they double move to get into range of all of this. This one comes to attack Silas. This one comes to attack Silas. This one comes to attack Falkrunn. Okay, this one also comes to get Falkrunn. The other two are too far away to get there, so they double move to get to there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on Falkrunn. 1, 2, 3 on Silas. These all come to attack Lulu. This one comes to attack Eastland. This one, double check the movement here. This one comes to attack Persephone. Persephone, and Persephone. Thank you for doing that. That's very helpful. Typhon. Typhon. We've got a lot of rolls to make.
You know, you were talking about that
hanging out.
spell, Samus. You know, with the blade. Yeah, that's probably a good time to use
I'm
it.
aware, and you're probably going to get hit by it, and I'm sorry in advance.
That's all right.
The rest of these don't really have. Well, let's see. I think this one can get to here, but it can't attack. These are going to just be hanging out there. So, 3 on Falkrunn. 3 on Silas.
You had 4 on Falkrunn.
But are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
4
I'll take your word for it. I will take your word for it. So, hitting AC 10, AC 6, AC 7, AC 18.
Ooh.
Who is that on? That's Falkrunn's?
This is on Falkrunn.
Falkrunn, that 18 was meat to beat. So
Okay, so you take 4 points of piercing, and it is attached to you, and it will continue to drain blood from you on each of your start of each of your turn. You can use a action to remove it if you wish.
Yep, because that's gross.
So we will say that this one here that is red is the one that is attached to you. I don't know that that's the one that was correct, but it works.
All right, and then Sean, you said it was 4 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 4 damage. All right. On Silas, we have 3. AC 16, AC 7, AC 25 with a crit, and an AC 7 again. That last one didn't get to be rolled because it was only 3. So the crit was 5 points of piercing, and it is attached. It will continue to suck blood from you unless you take an action to remove it. The one's on Lulu. Okay. And let's see. On Persephone. Nope. We're going to go with Jax first.
What? There's none on me.
None on you?
Nope.
Yeah, well, one for Silas. Okay. One on Nope. One on Eastland. There we go. 2 on Eastland. It's a natural 1 and a 14.
Miss.
Miss. Persephone. 15.
Beat to beat.
17. And
Miss.
a 7.
Miss.
So that is... So the first one does 4 points of piercing, and the second one does 5 points of piercing. So those are 2 on you. They will both continue to suck blood from you unless you pull one off on your action.
And that takes a full action, but then could you attack it with an action?
So your action would be to pull them off. And I think it doesn't indicate if an action removes both of them at once. I'm going to say that using an action to remove them will remove all of them. But then you don't have an attack.
But sorry, did I hear right? You can't attack one that is biting you?
You can attack one that is biting you.
Got it.
Okay, so you could try and stab it while it's still biting you.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
None on Typhon. There are a bunch on you.
3.
See, I've got a 7 and a 6. I've got a 15, and I've got a 9. I believe the 15 hits.
It does not.
It does not. Well, how do you like that? I think that is
like
all
it
of
a
them.
lot.
Boy, complicado. Okay. That brings us to Lulu. Lulu. She is just. Oh, there's so many of them! And she just. Lets loose with a gigantic blast from her trumpet.
Which direction?
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. She has been instructed not
I'll take it for this, John.
She blasts it this way, and I will show you all that now. And even if they make their saving throw, there's no way any of the creatures in line of this could possibly survive it. So, with a blast of sparkles that just cascades over everybody in this cone, all of these little insects, even if they're on you, just destroy and fall into dust in the midst of a beautiful shower of pink and blue sparkles.
It's a beautiful
So
spell effect.
I'm going to go ahead and mark all of them dead.
Right on, Lulu.
He's
That's
glorious.
cool.
Look, Ryan, look, even Pixie's jumping in on the puns now.
Raining them up.
Oh,
Let me just double check and see if she did it from there. I believe that gets... Those are all the ones she can get. So, that is her done. Persephone.
The two that are on me, I'm going to attack with my rapier. So I don't know which ones to ping. Do you care?
It doesn't really matter because of they have so few hit points. If you hit a one, they're very likely to die. So, we just remember that one of them is attached to you, and if you kill the ones around you, eventually you'll get to it. If you want to say that you want to kill the one that's attached to you, obviously, then I think we said it was going to be the one that I marked with the red dot. But
okay. There are two attached to me, and I want to take both my rapier attacks on those two.
okay,
Hopefully killing one.
got it.
So 20 to hit with 11.
20's a hit. Yep, that one is killed.
Great. And then I'm going to try and do that same thing again to the other one. 10 to hit. Darn it.
10 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to take a healing potion.
Okay. All right. Typhon, your imp hovering invisibly over the sky, over the battle, looking down, hears a sound larger than the sound of the buzzing coming from the battlefield. He looks up as an enormous wasp-like creature begins to descend from the sky. I'm going to have him off to the side here right now because it's very crowded right in the middle here. But be aware that this is up in the sky and it is passing by your imp, heading down into the battle. Looks like it used all of its action and movement to move from wherever it was, and it's coming down into the battle.
okay. I will. Well, if it alerts me of that, I will.
It does, of course.
Alert the group of said now battle of 4 armies, and we will try to get some of these off. I guess I don't really. I don't want to. But all right. So, Sean, I'm thinking either I will make a line from here to lightning bolt, unless you think I could get these by going out of this corner and going straight. Just let me know what I can do.
It's so complicated. Put down the graphic and we'll see what they hit.
Okay. Lightning bolt D.
Oh god.
While you're doing also manages to destroy a windmill somewhere far in the distance.
I was just thinking, obviously they're
quite
bad.
You know, it's kind of snapping into odd places, but this is kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. You want me to? I'll make it a drawing there. That ought to help you move it to where you want to put it.
While we're waiting for that, thank you very much, Ugluck, for 1,000 bits.
Ooh. Whoa!
And it says, for the love of Rhimb. So we get a healing potion if you want to decide who's got that, Sean.
Sure.
It's a little overkill, but this is where I'm casting it. So
thank you very much, Ugluck.
Roll a d8. So I've rolled a 3 on my screen. That is Eastland.
Oh, hey!
How powerful is it, sir?
We will find out in a moment. It is a regular healing potion.
Regular, nice.
All right,
Thank
yeah,
you
that is
so much.
definitely overkill. However, I will say that it manages. They're just sturges. It manages to kill all the ones that you have managed to touch.
Should have moved there and then casted it up.
So
Yeah, but
there's
attacks
no
of
way
opportunity.
they can possibly survive that,
All right, I won't.
as they are
bother to roll it.
fried beyond recognition by the power of your spell. What do you say when you cast lightning bolt, Typhon?
It is Astrapi, I believe, is the.
A gigantic bolt of lightning just cascades off of this hill and careens out into nothingness. An impressive display which utterly annihilates the sturges that were harrying you, Typhon. Eastlin.
Eastlin is going to take a step into Lulu's space and kind of protect her. And she's going to look at Jax and say, "Duck, goblin!" And she will cast Sword Burst. 5 foot radius, a DC 14 dexterity save, and should hit all 4 of them and not Lulu.
Here's a good question for you. Because he warned me, do I get advantage?
Um,
I'm guessing not. I'm just pulling up.
we had decided that spells cast from within Lulu's bubble
Oh,
that
it's
took
not.
place inside the bubble were not effective, correct?
Shit,
Yes.
I forgot about
Is
that.
Lu-
I totally
where is
forgot
Lulu
about that.
exactly?
Isla moved into her space to protect her.
But didn't
Yeah.
we say that, for instance, if you cast it on yourself or another creature inside the bubble, it would work? But it specifies that it does not affect creatures on the outside of her bubble,
Yeah, I thought
Alright.
it was the crossing the
or
barrier.
it's the crossing the barrier that cancels out the spell. I thought.
I think you're right. Crossing the barrier. So you can't cast a spell that has like a spell attack, so that it moves from you,
Well,
like
point of
lightning bolt.
origin inside or outside,
Lightning bolt
crossing,
wouldn't work,
vice
right.
versa.
But something
But-
cast inside on somebody in the thing. That is, you were right. That is what
or
we
a
said.
spiritual weapon in which
How-
the
Right.
effect originates and takes effect
How
outside.
big's her
right.
aura? Because wouldn't Typhon been in it as well then?
Typhon was not in it. Typhon was just out of it. It might be helpful if you could see her aura.
It would be great.
Allow me to put that up. I've done that in other
What is a duck
maps, but not
goblin?
this one. So there we go. There's her aura. So, however, Eastlin, it might not be obvious, moving into her spot would actually have you falling off of the hill. So,
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. No, I did
she's
not
also
do that.
flying. She's up above you.
Oh,
It's still good where it is.
Yeah, if
It
you cast it
is.
right there.
But it doesn't
it's-
affect my owl's way up high, or my imp is way up high, and Persephone's 5 feet away. So
All right, it's 3 instead of 4, but and if Lulu is not
Yeah, she's flying about 10 feet above you.
okay, in that case, then I will take those 3 out.
So
Alrighty.
do I get advantage for this or not? I would have said not, even if he's warned me.
No.
I
Oh,
passed
good.
anyway.
But you're just fine, as, once again, with a 9, just complete bloody destruction of these creatures. Right. That'll bring us to Falkrunn. I'm going to start moving out some of these that have been killed.
Use. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my attack on the sturge that is currently biting me,
Okay.
who is latched on. Yeah, I'll use quietus on that. Come
Okay.
on, quietus. Rolling a
A 12 is a hit.
Oh, lovely. All right
Isn't
then.
it? Let me double check. Nope, I'm sorry. It's not a hit. 12 is not a hit. Sorry, didn't mean to give you hope. Anything else from you, Falkrunn?
His pressing the spacebar button's really gonna struggle with, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, this is really no. It's probably best you didn't hear me say that. That was a. So,
Fair enough. All right.
Okay, so then,
Oh, wait a minute.
yeah, Falkrunn's going to move. I know this will evoke plenty of opportunity attacks, but Falkrunn's going to...
Provoke
I'm so
them as
sorry
well.
to interrupt you. We got a lot of my initiative tracker got a little messed up on initiative count 20. All the bodies scream once again.
Right.
Everybody takes 3 points of psychic damage, and I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody once again.
Wait a minute. Even if you've passed already?
Um,
Right, before anyone
even if you
rolls,
passed again.
before anyone rolls anything, thanks to Ugluck, someone gets advantage. So thank you very much, Ugluck, for the 500 bits.
Wow.
If you've already got inspiration,
Inspiration.
you don't need to roll, so I don't need to roll. So yes.
All right. Doing
Roll
the inspiration roll first?
Yes, roll for inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled a 2-2, Typhon, so we're in the same boat.
Come on.
Is it just the two of you?
Has anyone else got inspiration?
I mean, I've got inspiration.
I have it.
Oh,
Everybody else has
you
it?
have it? Really?
Well, it's
Okay,
just
so
me and
roll
Typhon.
off then.
Roll
As
off,
I
yeah.
recall, last game there was a massive gift, and
Oh
everybody got
yes,
inspiration.
yes.
It's true.
All right,
beat
Typhon.
that, DM.
Yes.
Grrr, curses.
Nice. So thank you, Ugluck, for that. Our whole party has now got inspiration.
In answer to your question, Islin, you're right. If you have passed or been previously affected, which I think is everybody, by this stun, then it no longer affects you.
Does it still take the...
Still does the
psychic
damage, however.
And Sean, one last question. That 7-point bonus every time I kill something, does that include these little mosquitoes? The hit point, temporary
I
hit point?
can't think why it wouldn't. Yeah.
Ooh, girl. All right. Bring it on.
So that will bring us to Typhon. No, it won't. Nope. Falkrunn, and it'll bring us to Silas. There we go.
No, you're right.
Do you not want us to roll our wisdom saves first? Or
No, I was saying that if you've passed it
Passed
before,
already.
or if you have already endured it, which is everybody, then you don't. You still take the damage, but there's no more stun.
Well, I really appreciate that. All right, then. So then, to finish up my turn, I was going to have Falkrunn take her movement to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 back towards the group.
That's a lot of attacks of opportunity, Falkrunn. Are you sure?
Yup.
Okay.
7 attacks of opportunity.
Sorry
man.
to prematurely call on you there, Silas. So that's a 15, a 6, 25, which is a crit, a 13, 11, and a 6. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 7. Okay.
All right, so I heard that.
15 does not hit. 6 does not hit. 25 is a crit. That is 9 points of piercing, and yet it's attached to you. 13 does not hit. 11 does not hit. A 6 does not hit. 21 does hit. 7 points of piercing, and it is attached to you.
All right.
So we will say that in addition to the one that was already attached to you, correct?
Right.
Which you did not manage to kill.
So, Sean, would the one that was already attached to me have been able to make an attack of opportunity, given that was already attached?
That's a good point. We'll say that that was the crit. How about that? However, you do automatically take damage from it.
Correct.
Because it is attached to you. Further 2 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Nope. Sorry. 5 points of piercing damage.
All right.
So the crit was, going back in time, the crit was the 9. So return 9 hit points to yourself.
I shall.
And instead of that 9, because it was attached to you, it took 5 of your blood.
All right.
And I believe, based on its previous attack, it has drunk its full, and it detaches from you. So,
Glad I could help him out. And then the other 2 hit. That was one of them was a 7, I believe you said, was the other damage.
So let me go back in time here. I had a 15, which missed, 6 missed, 25 was negated, 13 missed, 11 missed, 6 missed. The 21 is a 7.
And that's me.
All right. There's a lot of damage in this game, guys. Make sure you're keeping track of who all is, where they are with their hit points and all.
No, we're hurting.
Alrighty.
So do we still take the damage from that save and throw thing then? The wailing?
Yep.
Yep.
So that's now Falkrunn completely done, right? Let me adjust. Nope, we're good.
Correct.
Now we are back to Silas.
All right, I am going to go on one knee for a moment. I'm going to use lay on hands for 10 points on myself.
Okay.
That's an action. I don't have any good bonuses or anything else.
Okay. Any bonus action, Silas?
I don't really have any bonus actions that'll do anything. I
Okay,
can't
and no
attack
movement?
anything,
You're good there?
So it's
Okay, that brings to Jax.
Right. I will lean on this edge. Can I reach this one?
It is... those are all the ones that are attacking Lulu.
Okay, well I
So
can
they're
stay
up-
there
up
and
high
I
in
can
the
still
air.
shoot it from where I am,
Yeah.
so I still have advantage on... not advantage, but it'll still be sneak attack. If I can hit. There we go.
24 is a hit.
Does 27 kill it?
Yeah, it does. No problem.
There's a one on Lulu.
Okay.
Lulu. And I will move behind Islin.
Okay.
Because that was his face. He knew exactly where I was going.
So,
I could see that big wasp
the
coming.
one that was on you, Falkrunn begins to buzz away if you would like to take an attack of opportunity on it.
And how?
Go for it.
So...
14 is a hit. I think there's no way it can survive. Indeed. It is done.
Huzzah!
Then you had one attached to you, I believe. So you take 4 points of piercing from it. And going back in time, that is enough to fill its belly. So it detaches, but you do not yet have another opportunity of attack. So it begins to fly away, and it flies up into this tree here. The rest move here. Let's see. And this one moves to here to attack him. This one moves to here, and this one moves to here. All right. So we've got one on Islin. Going for the larger targets, your lucky Jax. That misses with a 10. The one here on Persephone misses with a 12. 15, Persephone?
8.
Did it hit you?
Yes.
All right, 4 piercing, and it is attached. Typhon,
Yeah.
9.
Gates. 9. That's coincidence that happened that way.
That's whatever makes you happy. 13,
Negatory.
and on Falkrunn, 13.
Niet.
13.
No.
And 9. That's a lot of 13s.
9.
And am I missing one? I missed this one right here. This one right here comes in to attack you also, Falkrunn.
I'm just so likable.
With a natural 1 and a 6. So, that is the Sturges. Lulu.
The Sturge Surge, as it was.
I didn't mention it because it wasn't that important. However, Hauerman is now at the very edge of this map. I'm going to go ahead and reveal him.
How is that not important?
I know, right?
Well, I mean, it's not he can't do anything and you can't do anything, so it is, I suppose, important.
He can panic. Oh, the very edge of the map. He's like right here.
No, the very edge of the map, way back here.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
There we go.
Hey, meanwhile, there's the big bad. Oh.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by all the Sturges. But clearly a more dangerous threat. Let's see. So that'll bring us to Lulu. Lulu turns back towards everyone. No, she's not going to do that. What can she do? She flies to here, taking an attack of opportunity as she does. Which hits, unfortunately. So she now has a Sturge on her as well. But she lets forth with another very loud. And out comes this blast, which, don't panic, Typhon, it doesn't. It's going to be aimed comme ça.
She gets some snot on her. Dribble a little
Which
bit.
once again blasts away all of the Sturges in this beautiful sparkle of celestial energy that briefly illuminates this hill and drives away the darkness of Avernus for a split second. And
Oliphant's packing the deet.
and I do believe that will take care of these. Persephone, go ahead and have your turn while I mess with all this.
My roll 20 is lagging, but I want to attack the two that are attached to me.
Okay.
That show up.
Sure did.
Oh,
Bad.
such a waste of a crit.
You stab it, and then out of
Time for
spite,
some
you just
surgery.
drive the rapier in and just move it around a little bit and just flick it onto the ground as it's just destroyed.
Let's do the same to its friend.
Alrighty.
I have no idea what I got. Let me know.
27.
27 hits. Both of those are killed.
All right. And then because I'm afraid of what's coming up, I'm going to bonus action healing word. Yeah, that's bonus action one on myself.
Alrighty.
And I'm done.
I believe that leaves only 2 Sturges.
Is there a third one in the tree, Sean?
The third one in the tree is no longer... He's full. He's not attacking.
Sean, wasn't there one on Lulu?
There was one on Lulu, but it got destroyed when she blew on it.
Oh, well, all right
I
then.
should have taken damage from 2 Sturges attached.
You
to me.
did. Thank you for that. 4 points and 5 points of piercing damage from those, and both of those they would have detached, but
still hit him. So
You still would have hit him. You would have hit one at least, and the other one would have no longer been in battle anyway. So we're good. Alrighty. I just did that. Why did I do that? Okay, Persephone, that's you done. The Hellwasp flies down and is making a beeline, so to speak, for Lulu. Comes in and brings its tail in and tries to sting her.
Does it pass our threat range?
Yeah, it definitely did.
Because Lulu's
It
low
came in
now.
from straight on the top,
Oh.
and straight down. As it
Wasps
comes
can't
down.
do that. They haven't got the hover feature on. I'm jumping.
It hits with a 24.
Oof.
Does damage.
Oh.
is it hitting?
Hmm?
Who's
It
it
hit
hitting?
her.
Lulu.
Lulu. Ooh,
Lulu needs to make a con save,
murder hornet.
Uh-oh.
which she fails. Lulu goes unconscious
Oh my god.
and begins to fall from the sky, but the Hellwasp grabs her.
What?
That will bring us back to the top of the order with Typhon.
What's it doing?
The wasp came down, flew down on top of Lulu,
Yeah.
stabbed her with its tail, and she failed her con save. She is paralyzed. Not unconscious, she's paralyzed. She freezes, and she started to fall in the sky, and the wasp grabbed her with its...
See, my
it's at
puns
least-
are like hidden.
I heard it, Jade.
has
Wasp
long sword-like legs. And I can show you all a picture of the Hellwasp.
How high is it right now, too?
10 feet up.
There are murder hornets in hell and here in America.
Indeed.
I guess so. All right, I will. It looks like we need to bring this closer, so I will use Ring of the. Actually, finally, time for my little buddy to do something. He will go try to knock or distract said Hellwasp
Okay, Hellwasp is distracted.
for a hopeful. Ugh.
I'm afraid 15 does not pierce it. It is wearing its body is covered with a very, very thick carapace, and as the tendrils try to find purchase, they sort of slide off of this very hard and slick surface.
No good, no good. All right, that's all I can do.
Alrighty, Eastland.
Eastland is going to take a shot at the Hellwasp. Get away from our little Holophon. That's a 24.
24 is a hit.
I cannot click the damage. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. Since it's holding on to Lulu, I'm going to assume that it's engaged.
Well, Lulu is not a threat to it, so it is not.
It's Persephone.
Persephone's pretty close.
10 feet up.
Yeah, all right, 10 points.
Pretty threatening.
10.
Ford got it. Okay. However, it does need to make a... This will be an athletics check, I think. Maintain its hold.
Well, waiting. For those that don't know, we reached 30 viewers a long time ago. So, if you would like to win a t-shirt, cast are more than welcome to join us as well.
Very cool.
Please,
I want
please
that
join
t-shirt.
away.
All right.
Exclamation mark giveaway.
Eastland. That is the end of your turn?
Did it drop Lulu?
It did not.
Oh, poop. Okay, then that is the end of my turn.
If this is a DM question, if the
Mhm.
if it drops Lulu, can we use a reaction to try and catch her to break her fall?
Possibly. If you have a reaction to use, that would be a... if you are close enough, I will say you can use a reaction to try and dive and catch her. but you would have to be close enough to where she is. And there's also other people who have spells and such. And she's only 10 feet up, so...
It's not. Okay, I see. Yeah.
So, on initiative 20, the bodies all scream once again, and as they do, they slump and go silent. We'll take 3 points of psychic damage. And Haruman begins riding in on his steed. This gruesome figure, menacing, with full plate armor, a lance extended from his seat, fire blazing behind it. It crests over the last hill, looking like a miniature sun streaking towards you. You hear him screaming with rage. He moves to here. Let's see here. And let me think. I think this is as close as he can get on his mount. So he stops there and he raises up in the stirrups and looks at you all with a very baleful look. And you all quake in your boots, as I will need a wisdom saving throw.
From everybody.
From everybody.
Poop.
Everybody within 60 feet, which I think is everybody. Sorry, not a wisdom, a charisma saving throw.
Oh my gosh,
You
that's so much
feel
better.
free to use the 20s you rolled and just add your charisma modifier.
I'm going to use my inspiration for this.
Same thing, Sean. Is it a magic effect?
It is.
Okay.
Why is it not? Oh, there we go. 21. Thank God I did.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, I'm not as charismatic as I should be.
Too.
Oh, no, mine didn't roll twice for some reason.
Yeah, yours. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jax.
I saw
Alrighty.
yours.
Wait. Can I do inspiration? Can I use my inspiration because we don't know yet if it worked, even though I didn't.
All right, sure. It hasn't shown up yet, so technically the roll has not completed.
Well,
I see it.
Wait,
but-
no, I see it.
roll.
I see it. It's
I
come
just
up.
thought maybe because we didn't know if it was a success or fail yet, I could still do it.
No,
But
that's
already
the other
canceled.
one. You have to declare ahead of time that you're using inspiration. All right, everyone who rolled below a 17, you are frightened of Haruman.
God damn it.
Oh, okay. That means nothing to me.
So that means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within sight. You cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
And that is until we roll out of it, right?
Yes, each of your turns... Oh, not the nightmare. Each of your turns, you're able to make a saving throw at the end of your turn. And if you succeed, you are immune to this effect for 24 hours.
Right.
So, that is its turn. Falkrunn.
I would like to toll the dead on the bug monster.
Okay.
Bug monster! It is missing some of its hit points, yes?
It is.
Thank you, Eastland. Alright, so it's going to be a DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay. Jax, it looks like you failed your saving throw against being frightened.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Okay, so you are frightened.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom,
Okay.
boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
for some reason, my advantage stuff isn't working today.
Yeah, I had that same
Oh,
problem
it is
on
now.
Saturday, actually.
I don't know what...
It's hit and miss. I don't know what
I had to
I don't know
go-
what the thing is
yeah.
that's messing with it, but
I had to go
the same
click
problem.
on Roll20, then go click back on D&D Beyond, and now it's fine.
Falkrunn,
Weird.
I rolled a 9 on my wisdom saving throw.
Fantastic. That'll be 17 necrotic damage.
17 necrotic damage. Wow.
Right?
Let's see here. That means a calculator. Can't do that.
That means maths.
Yes. Woo! So it needs to make another athletics check.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I should have declared this before. I'm moving in to try to catch Lulu. I'm trying to get closer to the damn thing. So, but I don't know if you
Alrighty.
want to qualify.
That it does drop Lulu from that amount of damage, and Lulu
Excellent.
falls. Would you like to use your reaction to catch her?
I absolutely would. Yes, please. And
All
thank you.
right, so you do so. It is not difficult. She is very small, not
And-
moving very far.
And you said that she was paralyzed?
She's paralyzed. She lands in your arms. Her eyes are wide. Her wings are completely stiff, and her feet are. She's sort of in a flying position, unable to move.
And, all right, so I catch her. You're okay. You're okay. I got you.
Okay, that is Falkrunn done. Silas.
Okay. I am frightened, so I can't move much closer to anything. I do, however, see one of these buggers right in front of Typhon. So
Indeed.
I'm going to reach, weapon, and stab at it.
Yes. I'm afraid a 12 does not hit.
And that's it. Hold on.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
I can do that.
You got these.
19.
Oh, you have thrown off the effects of being frightened of Haruman.
Just needed to get into action a little bit.
Not to
I thought it was charisma.
rain on your parade. It's charisma, right? Is the
Oh,
fire
yes,
gonna-
it's charisma. All right, well, so what did you roll? I'm assuming that charisma is higher than wisdom. You rolled a 15.
It
What is your
would have
bonus?
been a 21.
Would have been a 21.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna-
so you're good.
I only asked that not for him. It was more. I knew Silas would be fine. It's more that mine would have been a lot higher.
Charisma saving
Saboteur.
throw. Jax, your turn.
Is the wasp in combat with anyone?
No,
Is there any way?
not melee combat.
I mean, obviously
That's
we're
what
on a rocky sort of crevice sort of thing. Is there anywhere I can hide?
you're-
away from the
potentially
wasp.
behind the tree.
How far would that be then? Sorry, I should have worked this out before. That's out of. I don't know. I can still shoot with the short bow. With I will go move here, say, and hide from the wasp.
Okay.
Oh God, stealth for me is just never good, is it? Plus 11, 24.
All right. You're fairly confident that the wasp has lost track of where you are.
And oh my God, I rolled a natural 1 and a
I'm
2.
Afraid that neither of those hit.
He got confused. He was looking at that bug just full of like blood.
It sort of looks down at you.
Like a ping. Oh, I don't know where that went.
There is one Sturge left, and it attacks Typhon. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. 21.
Oh,
Damn
we're
it.
5 points of piercing, and it is attached to you.
Ow.
Friends.
There's two, actually, Sean. There's one above me.
Oh, so there is. Thank you very much. I need to zoom in more. There we go. We have such honest players. I really do appreciate it.
We hope that it comes back in karma points, Sean.
14 points of piercing? I mean, hitting.
Okay, I quit.
AC 14?
That does not hit.
Okay. Now, the Sturges are done. Lulu attempts to not be paralyzed. Ooh. Natural 2. That does not succeed. So she is still paralyzed. Persephone.
And I don't get to roll to drop the frighten until
After your turn.
after my turn. Okay.
Correct.
Can my rapier reach this bug?
It's 10 feet up.
Dang it.
What's the charisma save that I've got to make at the end of my round?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah. What's the DC?
17.
I've got to roll an 18.
Okay. I'm a little stuck, so I'm going to do my crossbow twice at the hornet.
Okay.
21 to hit,
21's a hit.
8 damage, non-magical, and
Okay.
10 to hit.
10 does not hit. It's beginning to sort of look like it's had a better day.
Okay. And that is all I'm gonna do. So now I can roll my charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Did he go? And do I just hit the?
Oh,
Yeah.
so those of you who are feared, those hits should have been at disadvantage. So the 21. So
let's
we will
just
say
take
that the 10 was your disadvantage on that 21. So the 10 did not hit. Roll again at disadvantage.
Oh, I thought that was only against Harriman. Ah,
So 21 and 11. So neither of those hit. So he gets back those hit points. Can
21
I?
and 15.
15. Both of those miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So no, it's a 21, but then the disadvantage is the 15. The 15 misses.
Got it. All right, and so now I'll roll my charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Ooh, you are no longer frightened. So going back in time here to Jax.
I rolled a 14.
You missed
You
it.
rolled, yeah, you missed them both. Okay.
Oh yeah, my attacks were a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, that's right. So the hell wasp descends, and it stings you, Falkrunn.
Let them come.
Hitting AC 12,
Does not hit.
and it uses its sword attack to grab Lulu.
What?
He's holding it.
Lulu's in my...
He's on your arms. All right, so
Yeah.
never mind. He uses its sword attack to attack you.
Yeah,
Fine.
do that.
Fine.
Trying to take my Holofont.
Hitting
No.
AC 16. I'm pretty sure that misses.
Yep.
It's all up in your face trying to get your prize. That'll bring us to Typhon.
Alrighty, let's do the same thing. Try and bring this guy down. Bring him down. Really nervous about this thing riding up on us, but we'll do this. Yeah. Come on. 17 hit.
17 on the Sturge does hit.
The Hell Wasp.
Hell Wasp does not hit.
Ooh.
Speaking of Sturges, you take 4 points of piercing damage as it continues to drain you, and it is full. It detaches. Anything else, Typhon?
Moved here and I forgot to use my familiar. Damn it. All right, whatever. I will have it then. Just distract for the next target or the next person. who
Very
attacks
good.
it.
Islin.
Okay. Yeah, so it's disadvantage on everything. So
Attacks and
On
Ability
attacks.
checks.
ability checks.
So then I think the safest thing that I can do, even though it's not very exciting, is sword burst right where I am and kill the Sturgis that's around me.
You can hit the wasp at not at disadvantage.
Wait, I can hit the wasp, the giant wasp?
Yeah,
Isn't that,
because
wouldn't that still be at
No,
disadvantage?
Typhon's just given someone advantage, so
Mm-hmm.
you can
On
do
I'd rather
normal-
save it for somebody who has an actual, like, better to leave it for an advantage attack instead of a straight roll, I think.
That said, it is a large creature, and if you move 5 feet closer to it, it will be in range of your... It's now down on the ground. It has come down to engage with Falkrunn.
Oh! Vary that then. That's what I do. It's 11 points. For a
11
DC
points, and the
14.
saving throw is...
14.
And it's save or suck. If I save, nothing.
Let me read.
It's half, I think.
It's save or suck. Yeah, if it saves, it doesn't take
And it's a
anything.
dex.
Oh, really?
It is a dex.
I have a 5 from the Sturge.
I'll take that.
It is ripped up. And the Hell Wasp, dexterity save. I have a 22 with a natural 20. It has saved. Haruman surveys the field. His eyes lock on the spellcaster.
Hello.
Comes to here.
Right.
It is attacking with a lance at reach.
Wait, they just jumped up that cliff?
He's flying. The
Flying.
horse is flying in the air.
Right, it's a nightmare.
You've
Does he
seen
have a
Dungeons
15-foot
and
reach?
Dragons?
No. So in order to make this work, I have to put Well, that works.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he has a 10-foot reach with his lance. And as he comes through, this lance moves blindingly fast as the horse is going by, and it goes 1, 2, 3 times with a Hellfire Lance.
3 at me.
3 at you.
All right.
I have a 24.
Yep.
I have a 17. Let's do these in order. 24.
Okay. Yeah.
14 points of piercing,
You need to do it in order. Yep.
plus 12 points of fire.
Okay. I'm unconscious.
Unconscious.
Jesus.
That case, he continues past, coming up on Silas. He can't come down into range because he has to go up over this tree. And he comes down on the other side of this tree here. Let's see, so we'll call that another 10 feet. So he was... Let's make sure I get my movement right here.
And I wonder what his passive perception is to even know that there's a goblin hiding there.
I'm pretty sure it's not enough to beat what Jax rolled, but I will check that in just a second. So 30 to there.
I did
10
attack
up, 40.
Oh yeah. So
5
you no
over
longer be in stealth.
45. 10 down, 55. So he's down there, and he attacks Silas.
I wouldn't be hidden to him. I've shot.
Okay. Well, then he will attack Silas, and then he will attack Jax.
I was trying to set you up for a belly backstab, Jax. Sorry, man.
I can't. I'm frightened.
You can attack. You just
I
can't
can-
move closer.
I'm attacked. Yeah. Yeah. I can attack, but I can't get sneak.
I have an 18 on Silas. 12 points of piercing and 10 points of fire.
This is gonna
Then he
hurt.
turns to attack Jax with his last attack. Hitting AC 15, actually. Which I
Miss.
think misses. Right. Then he continues on past.
Oh, does he?
You may take an attack of opportunity because you have reach, Silas.
I can as well, as he's just hit me. Oh no, he's
No,
landing
he's
next
hitting
to
you
me,
with his
isn't
lance. He's got reach.
he? Oh.
He moves to there. I'm afraid 11 misses. Falkrunn.
Crap. Okay, so, sweet son of a bitch. All right, so Falkrunn, with Lulu in tow, is going to move 5, 10, 15 to
The
I know it's
wasp
a
rolls a 12 on its attack of opportunity.
and that is a miss.
Indeed.
Thank God I'm very small and dwarfy. All right, so and then Falkrunn's going to go ahead and do her channel divinity.
Okay.
To use her action to bring Typhon back up to he has 25 hit points.
I don't think I can. I can take up to 22. I think
Oh, is that's half? All right then. So you'll take 22 then.
Thank you.
Take 22. All right.
So I'm going to make sure.
As I shoot away, Lance, get him off the mount.
All right.
For any of you who have played mounted characters before, it's a
All right.
better weapon when you're mounted.
Aha. Good to know. And then she will take the remaining 3 points and toss them over to Persephone, who is looking a little ragged. So
If you're going by who looks ragged, Silas looks more ragged.
yay. Okay.
Raggedier.
So then Silas takes
He
the 3
can,
points then.
she can heal whoever she wants to heal.
Fair enough. All right, I'll shut up. Just trying to help a brother out, but no problem.
No. I appreciate the DM giving me the actual lay of the land there. So I'll throw the 3 to Silas because, let's be honest, we're all going to die. Cool. So pop that. That's great. There's my action. And for a bonus action, I will pray. Jesus.
Pray to Steve.
So
So you can't do it, I guess.
I've got one spell left, and it is my hardest hitting spell of all, and I'm not
Ooh.
quite sure if I need to save it for a heal or save it for a smash. So,
I have
seems
a
like a
feeling
heal
it's
might
gonna need a heal.
yeah, the heal seems like the most likely, right? How's everybody looking? Well,
Really not good.
yeah, I know Persephone's down, and all right, we'll chat.
Compared to other things, not so bad. Compared to the damage he just did with 3 attacks, not good at all.
Yeah, we're terrified.
That's how we're looking.
We're kind of hosed. Yeah.
60 damage in a turn plus. So
And you
Yeah,
got,
no,
and you got
already.
a rogue fighting at disadvantage. So it's not good.
I threw my disadvantage, by the way, so that's yay.
Oh,
You've
good.
done-
Yeah, I
that's
saw. So, anything else, Falkrunn?
Oh, God. No. Nothing else.
All right, Silas.
Okay, I apologize now. I'm going to try to do a bunch.
Cool.
I apologize.
Please.
First thing is, I'm just going to do my bonus action first.
Okay.
It's negligible on any damage. I actually turn back towards Falkrunn and thank her at the same time as giving her a good rallying cry.
Whoop.
Which would be a...
DM, I do have Lulu still in my arms.
Yes, you do.
Cool.
That is specifically the rally. So I had actually rolled a 2 for the D8 plus charisma, so 8 total hit points to Falkrunn.
What?
That's a rallying cry from a paladin. You don't.
Well,
you don't
now
do
I
that
feel
here.
bad about only the 3 I gave you. Thanks.
There will be more.
Then I'm going to use my action to do Channel Divinity.
Mhm.
Firing up, if it will light up, firing up my sacred weapon. So
Indeed.
I'm going to imbue Iranian, my moon touched silver glaive, with the holy power of Vandria. Then I'm going to. That's all, you guys. I'm sorry.
It's cool. It's all cool.
Then I'm going to action surge
Very good.
and step forward. Right there. Use my reach with a nod to Typhon and stab the horse.
Okay.
And just as a heads up,
What's your
I'm going to roll this slowly.
it's dramatic slow motion as the glaive comes down.
A 21 to hit. I'm going to let
That
that
is a hit.
stand. Okay. And that's 12 points of magic damage just from the glaive.
Mhm.
Oh, God. Let me go to that sacred weapon. It would actually be a 24 to hit.
Even better.
I'm emitting bright light for 20 feet and dim light for another 20 feet. So that's what I got. 12 points of magic damage on the horse.
Okay. Is there a smite coming behind this?
Oh no, I'd have to have a spell slot for that to happen.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, well, I do have one. Yeah, I mean, I might as well go for the divine smite. Use everything I got on one big shot. And I will do divine smite if I can find it. No, I can't because I use bonus rally. Is divine smite?
Divine smite does not require a bonus action.
Okay, then I'll do that. Still learning these paladin powers.
Most of the smites do. Divine smite does not.
So then that would be a 2d8. Is this a undead or fiend?
It is a fiend.
Then that will be 3d8. So I'll just roll that manually. I'll just click on it. 2d8. 1d8.
Ooh.
That's another 17 points of
Another
damage after the
17.
12.
Very good.
Thanks for helping me with that smite. I did forget that divine smite is not a bonus action.
No problem. The nightmare lets out a horrifying cry as this blade cuts into its back. And it just rears, and Haruman looks back at you and glares. That is the end of your turn, Silas?
Yes, I was really hoping I could do the horse in and make him fall down the cliff.
Did a lot of damage,
Yeah,
but it is still up.
because the horse is moving off the cliff and it's flying. If someone else were to hit it, Yeah. Okay,
Jax.
I'm done.
Before we start, thanks to Manx who's just donated $5. We can roll for
Thank you,
inspiration if you haven't got it already. I usually do this at the beginning of round, so whoever wins it, I don't think you should be able to use it till next round.
Unless it's the DM.
No.
And,
Thank you, Manx.
while we're rolling that, somebody asked if I stab a horse while somebody's riding it, does that make the rider have to
Oh
do it like
yeah,
an
a
animal
ride
handling
check. Animal handling check.
I think if the mount is moved, it does. But yeah,
Yeah, if you move the mount with your attack.
Okay.
So
I'm
if
just
it's
passing
if
on
it's
the chat, so I
yeah.
apologize.
Thank you very much, Manx. The DM won that. That's exactly what we needed. Thank you.
yes, thank you, Manx.
He'll be using it for Lulu's saving throw so she can help us.
That'll be exactly it. I'm going to shoot the horse at disadvantage.
Shoot the horse.
I'm going to shoot that son of a... Which one's a disadvantage? That one there. 14?
14 is a hit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
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 For 8.
8
Piercing.
points of damage.
It's engaged with Silas, no?
You cannot get sneak attack on a disadvantage roll.
Disadvantage.
Ah.
also a 5 foot. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has to be, yeah. That too. Anything else, Jax?
I'm going to move around the tree, assuming this thing doesn't take an attack of opportunity on me.
The Sturge is up at the very top of the tree watching all
okay,
this
good.
with delight, so it is not.
And then I'm going to stealth check. Is that a disadvantage as well? I've moved away from the creature.
Frightened attacks and ability checks. Yep, it is at disadvantage.
Oh, it's a disadvantage as well. I don't know why that didn't roll at disadvantage. But it's 25 at disadvantage.
God, you're fine. Now roll your charisma save.
That's why I was hoping to win inspiration. Oh,
it was so close to that 18.
no.
Oh,
No, I'm
it
still
rolled
frightened.
over like we're
Hold
about
on.
to.
So you can gift inspiration, right?
But not after the fact, I'm afraid.
I
well,
rolled.
bummer.
So thank you anyway.
Yeah, but keep that in
Silas.
mind. If somebody's got a big roll coming up, you can give them your inspiration unless they've already used it themselves.
It's,
And it just needs to be declared before the roll. It's like, oh, this is an important roll. I'm going to use inspiration to make sure I do really well.
So everybody roll slowly. Announce what
Yes.
you're going to roll.
It might be a-
then
it
roll.
might
That
be a
would help.
waste.
That would definitely help.
it might be a waste on me though, because I've got to roll 18 to overcome that fear.
You might want to save it for something else.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
There's one Sturge
that's me
left. I
done.
believe it is detached.
Yeah, but that like sneak attack damage is sexy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
up. The only Sturge that's left on the board for damage is there, and he is happily digesting its meal. So that is, we're gonna delete the Sturges from the board. Lulu is going to make a saving throw. And I'm going to use my inspiration.
You're a nice DM.
She rolls an 18 and a 6. The 18 does it. She... Oh! No, not again! Not again!
You're okay. You're okay.
No, not this place! Not my friends! Persephone.
I can't decide if I'm about to do something really dumb. A grapple is an action, right?
Yes. It's an attack action.
Replaces one attack though, right? Of her multi-attack?
That's right. If you have multi-attack, it replaces
But if
one
I
of them.
cast a spell and then I couldn't still grapple.
Correct.
And like,
Dude, no.
if I let's say if I were very near Haruman, I couldn't try and throw him off the horse. That would be a grapple. That would be.
The best you could do would be to actually... Well, so that would be actually a shove attack, which works like a grapple. But it
Still
would
an
be very
action.
difficult.
So basically, I guess I'll just say what I'm trying to do, but I think it sounds like I can't. If I dimension door onto the horse. Just jump him off. I couldn't do that in one round.
So Dimension Door is an action, correct? Yes, it is. So yeah, you could do that. You could Dimension Door onto the horse, but the only thing you would have to use is bonus actions.
Wait, wouldn't it be better for you to try to grapple him and then Dimension Door to get him off the horse?
Has to be a
It's a
willing
willing
target.
creature.
How do I get
Oh,
to
willing target. That's right. That's right.
willing target?
Also, he would destroy.
Or could you grab Lulu and then Dimension Door with her onto the horse,
Why?
Because she's anti-magic.
and then she could blast him from behind, point blank range.
We would also not be able to cast spells at that thing then.
Oh yeah, no, I won't.
It would protect
That's
him.
true. Yeah, that's true.
I got a serious plan beyond grappling if I can get within 5 feet of that guy. But anyway, until then, I will cast something else. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
And I think she gets advantage just for having two cats in the photo in the frame.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
I mean,
She is mother of kittens.
If everybody gets 2 cats into the frame, we'll talk about it. So Shatter, eh? And it's going to be on both the horse and on Haruman. All right. I believe this is the first damage that the... here, I'm going to move that there so I can click on them. Let's see here. That is a Constitute. What kind of saving throw is that? Constitution?
On 15 for both of them.
All right, so the horse is saved with a 17.
So half damage.
Yep.
5.
Oh, never mind. Right. Haruman gets advantage on savings against spells, so he has a 17 as well. So half damage on the horse is how much?
5.
5.
And I believe Persephone targeted the lance specifically, right? Did that roll yet?
The magic of D&D. If
Oh,
it's
well, his
in
armor
somebody's
is gone.
possession, for some reason, it protects it. As this spell goes off and you see damage sort of coalesce around Haruman, he looks back at you, and Persephone, at your feet, a iron tree begins to grow, and at its base, you see Persephone Steelhollow striking an officer. And I need a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Someone got advantage to give her?
No, I don't. I have good saving throws. I clicked it.
sure, she's got inspiration.
Did it not go? I clicked it.
15.
15, I'm afraid, is not enough. You are frightened.
But I
of
said she had
Haruman.
inspiration.
No.
I gifted my inspiration.
Oh, you gifted her inspiration. Fair enough. So you are rolling at advantage as
Come on,
as,
come on, natural one.
Hey, let's go.
you have succeeded. You look down on this and you
Silas.
feel your blood run cold, but you look away and you are not affected.
So much sounds.
However, the Hell Wasp. So I'm going to move this over here with Falkrunn.
Does everyone remember the Hell Wasp?
The Hell Wasp attacks.
No, it's 2020. We decided wasps were that was a red herring.
No, I believe the I believe the Hell Wasp is now called Karen.
That's good.
Oh,
That is good.
Karen attacks Eastland.
bring it. I should say that.
Hitting AC 8 with its sting.
Miss.
And then it slashes at you with its sword talons with a crit! With 20 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's a lot. Well,
That's a lot.
goodbye temporary hit points.
And
Don't
that
you
will
have, like,
bring
a
us to
Dodge or
Typhon.
something?
Oh no, I'm not that fancy.
How much damage does it look like said nightmare has taken?
More than half.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Just lightning bolt me, Typhon. Just do it.
I know, or I could try and dislodge him from the thing by pulling the mount.
Do it.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna hedge bets for what happens next in case I fail. So I will attack.
So to
No,
be clear,
I don't
you
trust
have-
myself.
All right.
I will have the familiar
Wait,
do its
wait.
thing.
I'm the one that's not supposed to test you, Typhon. Come on, man.
All right.
You can trust yourself.
I know. I will I will attack the mount.
All right.
Glad I went with the advantage.
17 is a hit.
All right. It will take 8 points, and I will use a. Just in case this doesn't work, I will use a power surge and deal an extra 3 force damage.
All right.
And I will also pull it 5 feet.
5
closer,
feet.
Which
So,
necessitates a
Needs to make a animal handling check.
dexterity saving throw.
Is it a dex?
I think that's what I found in the
Is that what it's? Okay, I'm glad somebody
player's
looked at
handbooks,
it. I
and
appreciate that.
It is not a magical effect in case he is a resistance
Right.
type of bugger.
Okay. I have rolled a 14.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, nuts.
So he stays on the mount. However, Typhon, right at your feet. Wait, no, you attack the. Never mind. Never mind.
Before
you-
usually
Did you just
goes-
tell me my shoes were untied and then they weren't?
I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming that you. I'm assuming that you used your movement to stand,
Half of it, yes.
Yes.
Some of it there,
and then you stepped out of Lulu's aura.
yeah.
And then
That's
step
why
back
I was
in.
right here, and then 5, 10.
How
20.
far off the ground is
There we
that
go.
edge of that ledge, that cliff thing? Is that just like a 5-foot drop, or
It's-
is that
no,
like
it's
a
10 feet.
500-foot drop?
10
10
feet.
feet? Just 10 feet. Okay.
Can you not see Lulu's aura?
I can see you, Dora.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. Just want to make sure. So you've gone back into her aura, Peter?
Correct.
All right.
Just quickly, who here doesn't have advantage? Inspiration. Sean, you have inspiration. Have you
No,
used it?
Lulu used it.
Is it 4 of us? 1, 2, 3. That's 5 of us. Oh, Pixie Queen has just come in with 4 inspiration rolls, but because
So we
there's
roll
5
for
of
who
us,
doesn't get it.
we roll for who doesn't get it. So whoever
So
gets
alright,
the
so
lowest,
let's go. Ready?
whoever gets the
D20.
lowest doesn't get it.
All right, lowest doesn't get it.
Oh, damn it.
Uh-oh, that might be me.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Typhon is in
gotta
the-
be me.
Typhon is in the lead to lose.
Oh,
Typhon,
he
you
is.
lost. Sorry,
Poor
buddy.
Typhon.
Typhon loses.
Yeah,
That's
crit,
all right.
of course.
But
Thank
thank,
you,
you
Pixie.
very much,
You're
Pixie.
incredibly generous.
Yes.
We love you.
Love you.
Did you critical again?
I
He
did.
I mean, I'd
So-
rather have him do
Yeah,
that on
seriously.
these than.
Get him out of the way.
That's, yeah, that's true.
But
Better
no,
that
guys,
than
he
what
is
I'm-
being fair. He did use an inspiration for Lulu.
Oh no, he
so
does.
He's
That's
not.
true.
He's not.
That's very true.
Eastland, it is your turn.
So we really want to get this mount situation taken care of.
it would
yeah?
certainly solve a lot of problems for you guys.
Oh God! All right.
They're mountable.
He's a rider.
What, do you live with Ryan or something?
All right.
I
will,
love you so much.
I will take a shot at the mount. Come on, big money.
That's a hit.
25.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Okay, now it's definitely within icky range, right? Because
Yes, with
Yeah.
Typhon bringing it into range of Silas, it is engaged with Silas in 5 feet, and it had 15 hit points left.
Wow.
Oh.
So it, in a burst of flame, is destroyed. Haramon falls.
down.
He is going to make a
Down the
dexterity
cliff.
saving throw to see whether or not he is able to land on, because he's right there on the edge. I use my inspiration and he succeeds. So he lands right there.
Is it like a Superman landing?
Just he did take a little damage from the fall.
3,000 points.
That's not 10 hit points. Just a second here. I need to readjust something.
That is okay.
I think I switched his hit points with the nightmare. That's not good. Can't have that.
So you're saying we killed Haruman that whole time?
Yeah,
and he's
that's
dead
right.
now.
Yeah. So it's just
Sweet.
the horse. That's
Problem
left.
solved. All right.
I think Sean's telling us nay.
He's got his oh, I'm coming for you, Falkrunn. His lance, and he moves it around and he sets it. Obviously not well suited for this particular combat. It's much longer than your reach weapon, Silas. Not meant for hand-to-hand fighting.
I do not feel inadequate.
He attacks you thrisely.
I'm certain that he hits.
Well, he's got disadvantage on all the attacks. So, I've got a 13, I've got a 21,
That hits.
and I've got a 20.
2 hits.
So the 13 missed. The 21 hits for 17 points of piercing and 15 points of fire. Then the 20 hits for 16 points of piercing.
That's an auto crit.
It's an auto crit because you're unconscious?
Yep.
Okay, so it's an auto crit, which means you automatically fail 2 death saves.
Technically, the fire, it depends on how you count the fire.
It's all one attack.
The hit alone took me down. The fire just was embarrassing.
It's all
Then
one
I
attack.
auto-crit.
It's all one attack. It's there. I mentioned them separately because some people are resistant to other things.
Okay, so that's 2 failures.
2 failures on death saves.
So you only have 1 left. You only get to roll 1. And
Right,
it's coming
well-
up in like 2.
So that's Haruman. Falkrunn, it is your turn.
Well, okay then. Okay, so I just saw Silas go down.
Yeah, and my I was holding my spear and it was all glowy and cool, and it's not now.
That sounds about right. Okay.
Gotta save him, Falkrunn.
I'm under a lot of pressure.
You owe him big.
Yeah, I do. I really, really do. Oh God. Okay, I gotta.
We have potions to save for
So many potions.
important things instead of using slots.
But
Not
he's
that you're
gonna
not
do that
important. I'm
now.
just saying that a potion can do the job.
I used my 2 potions on, I think it was Silas and
But
someone else.
did Falkrunn have a potion?
Falkrunn has used her potion to keep herself from.
Does Silas have a potion? No potions.
Well,
I have one, but I can't. My turn. Oh, okay. Nope, it would have happened. Sorry, I lied. It would have happened before, or after my turn, so I wouldn't have.
Who's got the acorn?
Jax? No.
No.
I have got an acorn, but it's not the healing
Silas
potion
took
acorn.
one as well.
Silas has the acorn. All right.
Silas has, of course. Silas has the
I
acorn.
think it's Persephone that's actually got the healing potion acorn.
The healing potion acorn is a reaction. You can use that as a reaction for
I
healing
don't
word.
have that. I don't.
Okay.
Oh,
If Silas has it, then it's not going to do you guys any good.
It's not like he's going to stab me again. He already
What-
took me down.
Yeah.
So
1 second.
But you only get 1 roll.
Pixie's just
Right?
come in with a healing potion
Oh well.
and a D6.
Pixie,
We are-
we're going to have to put the kibosh on this. We can't let you do this.
You know, like gambling sites, they have a limit. We're gonna have to put a limit on Pixie.
Exactly. All right. So healing
Try to save
potion
us.
was a 96. So that is a greater healing potion.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to roll just to see who it goes to. I have rolled a 3. Which means it goes to Simus, but he already has one.
I have 2.
So 2. So and we'll skip over that. We'll have it go to Typhon instead.
All right.
All right then.
And we need to roll for a D6. So that's a D20. We're rolling for a D6 inspiration,
All
which
right.
has to be used today. I'm winning that one, guys.
Oh, I think. Wait. Is it Jax? Yeah.
You can't.
Jax, yeah.
These are ones you can't gift, sadly.
Yeah. The DC.
Well, you need to not be scared. So
Yeah.
Or are we? I mean, what's your rule on this, Sean? Are we allowed to give this at the beginning,
What do you mean?
like when you win it?
do
Mind you,
now.
Silas, you've got
D6?
inspiration, haven't you? Yeah, the D6. So if I know I won it, but can I say I give it to Silas?
I don't think so. I think
No.
the bardic inspiration equivalents, those are non-transferable.
Okay, I tried.
So
Yeah.
Falkrunn, I see you've run up to Silas.
No pressure.
Yeah, I run up to Silas and I touch him and do a spare the dying.
Okay.
So he is now stable.
You are now at 0 hit points. You are unconscious. You are prone, but you are not dying, Silas.
That's good.
Anything else from you, Falkrunn?
Oh God, it's like Sophie's frickin' choice. Now he's got reach, right?
He does.
Sean? So if I try to back away from him, or if I try to move away from Silas, I'm going to be attacked, right?
Correct.
And I'm going to be attacked anyway.
Now it's at a disadvantage. This lance is very awkward to use the way he's using it, but he does still have reach.
Then I will stand my ground, and yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Stand my ground.
Stay.
All right. Silas, you are unconscious, but you do not need to roll a death saving throw because you have been stabilized. Jax, it is your turn.
Is it now? Well, I'm hidden from him, so I will just shoot him normally
Okay.
with a 15 to miss.
15 does not hit. It clinks off of his very, very impressive armor.
And then I'm going to use my inspiration,
Bardic Inspiration.
my
Got it.
normal inspiration,
This is your to
to
do
try
what?
and get rid of this.
Ah, yes. Very good.
And before you say I pass on, I know the DC anyway.
Save it.
Oh, save it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if I roll a 6.
Okay.
So frustrating.
Lulu.
Oh, sorry. Bonus action hide again.
Bonus action on you.
Lulu, bring that hornet down.
Why is he not doing it at disadvantage?
Not again! She flies over to Silas.
27 stealth at disadvantage.
That's very stealthy.
That is my turn.
Haruman, don't do it! She casts Cure Wounds on Silas. Silas, you receive 7 hit points back. She looks up at Haruman. Please! Don't! And begins to fly away. Haruman, you can see over the slit of his mask just dead, passionless eyes. Brings his lance around to take an attack of opportunity on Lulu as she moves.
What's the reach on that lance?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Hits. Lulu goes unconscious
Oh my god.
as the blow knocks her right out of the air. She slams against the ground, and you see fire licking around
That was
the
with
base of her feet.
disadvantage as well. I take it. Yeah.
Fortunately,
Damn it.
still hit. Lulu is unconscious, and I'm giving her death saves. Damn it.
This is the way.
All right.
Where did she get the death saves from?
For being a PC.
She doesn't.
Oh, I mean-
She's a monster. She doesn't technically get death saves.
But I mean, did she suffer a failure? That's what I was asking.
No.
Oh, okay,
I'm
gotcha.
giving her death saves. She doesn't
I see
just
what you
die
mean.
when she gets to 0.
That's what I was
So,
asking. Okay.
Persephone.
All right. Okay. Oh my
You're
god.
here.
So I'm going to approach Haramon, and I'm going to cast Bestow Curse,
Okay.
and I need a Wisdom save 15.
Okay. He fails a 4 and a 12.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's huge.
while cursed, I'm going to choose while cursed, the target must make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action in that turn doing nothing.
Okay. Holy crap.
Oh my god, you guys have been wanting to do that ever since he got on the board.
Oh my.
So now I want to do a bonus action. So Silas is
Wait.
not rolling death saves, but Lulu is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Don't think you can use a healing word.
Oh, even though it's a bonus action because I cast a spell.
Because you cast a leveled spell.
Okay. Then I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Damn. So he also has at a disadvantage on ability checks. Which one do you choose?
yeah,
Oh, I think is that
Wisdom
right?
saves.
yeah. So you get to choose one ability score while
Like
cursed.
wisdom or
Yep.
Now he does have to make wisdom saves at the start of his turns to see if he can throw this
No.
off.
But that
Wait.
wouldn't be a check.
Are you
Right.
sure
Yeah,
that's true?
that's his-
it says,
that's
it
his
says
skills.
Choose the nature of the curse from the following options, and the one I
No,
chose-
I'm reading. So
Okay.
you reached out and touched him. While cursed, he has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. So what is
Oh.
what is
God.
the
yes, you can curse his wisdom, and then he has to
Wisdom.
make a wisdom save.
right
Okay, so wisdom.
wisdom? Okay, makes sense.
And then it looks
And
like he
then-
also has disadvantage against attacks.
Disadvantage against attacking you, and your attacks do an extra D8 damage to it.
Oh,
That is
I
a
want-
necrotic.
humongous spell.
If
It's
he
one
takes
of the
necrotic damage,
The 4, I think. Right?
Hmm?
It's one of those 4. Yeah.
Oh, you get to choose one of those
Yeah,
four.
that's what I. That's what
Choose the nature. Got it.
see,
Okay,
that's the,
that's
form,
the very
the
important
formatting
word
of the
in it.
copy paste
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, he's already got a disadvantage using that weapon, correct?
Yes.
So we don't.
I. No,
That one.
I'm doing the one that he has to. That he
Either
might
make a
lose.
wisdom save or do nothing. Got it. Okay. Wow.
Also, do you have any movement left? And Sean, you can check your Discord real quick.
Yep.
For that. But
do-
if you have any movement left, he's already taken an opportunity attack,
Absolutely.
so you could
Yes,
scoot
sir.
right out of
Oh
there.
my gosh, I'm so getting out of there.
Thank you, Silas.
You cursed. Bye.
It's true. He cannot attack you. He has already taken it to attack Lulu. The Hell Wasp.
I probably shouldn't have left him there with Silas, but
The Hell Wasp attacks Eastland.
It was a nasty hit last time.
I know.
17.
Meet to be.
17 to hit.
17 to hit. 7 points of piercing. 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I will need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
We are
Hold
so
on, let me
dead.
do my maths. Constitution
hang on.
saving throw 13.
Hang on.
beat
Do
it.
you? Was that?
You beat it.
Yay.
What were you going to say, Falkrunn?
Nothing.
Okay. So, you beat it, Eastland. That is... Oh, then it attacks you with its feet. Little sword feet. It comes
Quite
out
a
to
feat.
try and turn you into slaw. 13. He misses.
Okay, good.
That will bring us to Typhon.
This is
Okay.
definitely hell. If the things that attack you make coleslaw out of you, this is hell.
I'll move to here and look at it and say, you will see a bit of green liquid will kind of come out of the side of Typhon's mouth as he says, "You're embarrassing yourself with that clumsy weapon. I suggest you throw it down. Fight us with your bare hands like a true fiend of Zariel."
This is a command.
Suggestion.
Suggestion. So, wisdom.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. But he has advantage, so it's a straight roll. I have rolled a 17.
Yep, that's fine. Damn. Worth a try.
Yeah.
Anything else, Typhon?
So bonus action is just for self potion, or is it? Or
Self
can you
potion, yeah.
administer?
Bonus action, self potion.
Okay. Got it. Alrighty. I will scoot back into the Lulu safe zone.
Lulu is no longer a safe zone. She is unconscious.
Oh, it functions. It doesn't function while she's unconscious.
Correct. Eastland.
Eastland's gonna bonus action disengage from the wasp. And she is going to she's gonna move over here and use her action to feed one of her health potions to little Lulu.
Oh.
Stephanie totally notices that.
She is no longer dying. She's no longer unconscious. However, she is prone.
I would just like to note that Silas is prone and does not see this good act.
1d4 plus 3, is that right, Sean?
Trifling.
Yes.
Absolutely trifling. Love it.
2d4. No, it's a healing potion. 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Well, let's hope that's better than... I got 2 ones!
2 1s. So that is 4 hit points, but she is no longer dying. She's no longer unconscious. She... the aura remanifests.
That is the end of my turn, Sean.
Alrighty. Eastland is done. Haruman. Haruman attacks.
Well, he has
Falkrunn.
to
Oh, he has to make his wisdom saving throw. So,
first.
okay, this is an advantage because it's still magic, right? No.
The curse is magic, so
Is that just the other factor of the curse?
Failed. 5 and a 14. Damn it. Spends his turn doing nothing. Falkrunn.
Yeah. Fucking A.
He'd only get one wrong.
So I'm confused. Which curse did we use? Because you choose one of the 4, right?
Right, she chose the last thing I heard from Persephone was that she chose the one where he makes a wisdom save at the beginning of each round, each of his turns, and if he fails, he does nothing.
Gotcha. So
So he
in
sends
that case, he does not get a disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Correct.
Yeah.
I said advantage. He rolled a 5 and
he himself has
Sorry, I was thinking of what happened on my turn, and I was confused about which was chosen.
no problem. So he just sort of stands there, just. Let's see. I think that's Falkrunn.
Yep. So Lulu's alive and Silas is prone.
Yes.
DM, how much? What does it cost me to give somebody a potion?
An action.
And just hand it to them, not to give it to them.
Yeah, that's free interact with object. Just give somebody something. Yeah.
Great. So I put a potion into Silas's hand and says, "Drink this." And then Falkrunn takes her hand and slams it on the ground, and she casts Spirit Guardians.
Oh,
Good choice.
Level.
Good choice.
It's going to be radiant damage.
this one
Wait, but-
does
but-
not
but-
succeed.
I give inspiration. What doesn't succeed?
Lulu's aura came back up when she came conscious, and Spirit Guardians
Oh.
definitely fills the space within, and it does not take effect.
Well, wait, what's?
Well, it
Am I
fills
getting
the
this wrong
space
again?
Inside the bubble, right? Does
Inside
it
the
fill
bubble?
space inside the bubble.
Yeah.
And then
Like
if Lulu
a
suppressed
couple
it,
of
it would it would go out.
Oh wait, because
Yeah?
what's? Wait. Oh, so. Because if it,
We're like a champagne bottle right now.
I got it. I got it.
So if you
It
yell at
doesn't
Lulu
hurt
to
him.
suppress it, yeah.
Doesn't hurt
at
anybody.
At this point, would it be logical that Falkrunn could make an intelligence or a wisdom check
No.
to understand? Hey, I'm in an aura here. I should exit the aura.
Well, the
Right.
Spirit Guardians do. I would say that they do sort of
Filter into
all
those,
manifest.
yeah.
All these little hammers are swirling around Falkrunn inside the aura of Lulu. But the Spirit Guardians 15 feet radius, right?
It is, but
So
it
actually is supposed to extend beyond, and it doesn't. It will not extend beyond her bubble.
Yeah, it only goes to that 5-foot range.
Right. If she suppressed it on her turn, it would pop out.
Correct.
Or moved.
Yeah, if she moved, it could move with her.
Indeed.
That's interesting too.
Anything else, Falkrunn?
Falcon can also move out of the bubble.
Well, you already cast it.
Well, but yeah, so if I move out of the bubble, then it's...
Then it's fine.
It's stationed on you, isn't it? It follows you.
It is. It's
Oh.
on, but so me walking through the barrier doesn't stop it.
No.
Doesn't kill it.
Oh,
I should say.
Nope.
Perfect.
Then do that.
Well, then let me scootaloo. So,
Alrighty.
so Falkrunn will activate that and then move 5, 10, 15 to over there. And that should be just enough to piss everybody off. All right, great.
As well as pop the
Right.
Sturge.
Yes, the Sturge goes kaplat. I'm going to just go ahead and take care of it.
Yep.
It
Rains.
gets blown up as blood just sort of comes down all over everybody.
Oh, look at.
Alrighty.
You said, "Oh, look it," and I thought you were talking about the blood, but it was the kitty.
Different.
You never
Silas.
So, he's in front of me.
He is.
You have a potion in your hand.
I have a potion in my hand. To drink a potion myself is a bonus action.
Correct.
I'm going to drink the potion myself.
All right, you just drank a potion of heroism.
Ooh.
Didn't even know what I was drinking, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, I know you didn't. And that's what trust is. So for 1 hour, you get 10 temporary hit points that last for the hour, and then you also are under the effects of the bless spell.
No concentration required. You
No
are blessed for the
concentration.
next hour, no matter what.
That's cool.
Unless
is
somebody
blessed?
dispels it.
Yeah, I've got all these conditions I can add, but I can't add blessed. What the hell's up with that?
Yeah, I've actually added a custom thing in my actions. So if I am ever blessed, I can just click on that and it'll add it.
What's the effect of a bless?
The bless is essentially a 1d4 to, I believe, your... Let me go ahead and pull that up. Whenever it makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add that number to the attack roll or the saving throw.
Neat.
So, Palifighter. Palifight.
How does this guy even look hurt? Has he even been touched? Really? I mean, but he's not.
The only
he's
one
like
who has touched him
pshaw.
has been... they've been...
All right. I'm going to shove.
Very well.
I would like to...
Now I'm going to do that with inspiration and with a bless.
Okay. So that is an
So-
opposed athletics roll.
So we both roll athletics. Is that it?
He gets to choose athletics or acrobatics, but he's choosing athletics.
Okay, but I get to roll with advantage because I'm using
Correct.
inspiration,
Indeed.
and I am trying to push him off the cliff. Not just,
Understood.
right. Okay. Lest I not declare my action fully. Click the button.
It's coming.
25
Plus bless.
plus bless, which is a D4.
Mm-hmm.
26.
Beats his 25.
Oh my god!
Yes!
But it is it
It's only 10
That's
foot.
what's called buying
10,
time.
it's 10 feet? Yeah.
So you
that's
shove
called
him
buying
5
time.
feet. He falls. He's going to make a acrobatics check to see whether or not he can land prone. Not prone, I should say.
Oh, will he still start his turn in Falkrunn's bubble?
Yep.
It's like a 15-foot
and-
complete bubble
Yeah.
around, right?
So,
Lest,
yeah.
lest I not declare, I thrust up out of the prone position using half of my movement to shove.
Okay.
I do declare.
Is it okay if we say that you stood up first? Because your
Yeah,
attack
however.
would have been at a disadvantage had you...
I just wanted to, I stood up and then shoved him. That
Got
is
it,
the,
yes.
the
Although I see it cinematically happening with a
Yes.
sort of a jump up and a gah. So he
That's
did
like I
not
said, lest
succeed his
I
dex
not
save.
declare.
I do not declare. I'm going to move him to there. He is prone.
I have already declared.
And as you push him off, Silas, you stand up and you see at your feet a tiny, dark tendril of metal sort of burst its way out and grows into a shrub-like tree. And at its base, you see Silas Kon, assaulting an officer. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Sean, just
Charisma,
out of curiosity, since it was the fall that caused the damage.
The push itself was considered an assault.
Okay. I tried.
Stop trying.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Stop helping.
first roll a charisma save,
Correct.
slowly doing things. It is only a 15,
Correct.
so I don't know yet what's
You get-
happening.
You get the D4 every time.
You get to roll a d4.
I
for
know
this.
roll a
that.
D4.
I know that. Did we have any idea how powerful this was in the past?
I
I
forget.
don't even know what this is.
It was like
I'm
at
just gonna roll
17-ish.
normal.
Shoot. I just remembered something horrible.
Well, forget it.
No,
Yeah.
wait. Nope. Never mind. I'm good. We're good.
See?
You didn't remember on your turn, so.
We're good.
I think my suggestion spell just worked.
No, we're good. No, the shove counts as an attack, which means bless does work.
Do I get any bonuses for being in 2 auras?
No.
Oh well. I don't know yet. Oh, so that's a 17.
It's good.
I'll take the 17.
The 17. Oh, that's close. I need to check.
His other saves are 17, so hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping too.
All right.
I actually didn't recall what the other save was, so I'm going on a risk.
You okay? You okay?
Vamp for me, fellas. I looked this up. I want to make sure I get it right.
I just remember when
Have a nice trip. See you in the
jumped off
fall.
the balcony
Ah?
and accidentally knocked himself unconscious. That's what I thought.
Huh.
It was.
This spike's turning into a real cliffhanger.
Careful, you're getting close to the edge there.
Yeah, little rocky.
You're pushing it, Ryan. You're pushing it.
No, I'm taking this fight for granted. All right.
I love you guys.
This is
Falkrunn's not actually allowed to use that last pun. She wouldn't be able to see the granite.
That's
That's true. That's true.
Aww.
You have succeeded.
Yay!
However, in this case, it was actually a wisdom saving throw, not a charisma. But even with the 20 and everything you rolled, you still saved, so you're good. That was what I was forgetting. So, that is a bonus action to drink, half your movement to stand. Your attack was a shove. Anything else, Silas?
I'll actually move towards the edge
Okay.
and say something paladinish. Yeah.
All right. Love it.
On the
Ha!
edge.
Yes.
Coward!
Jax. Guys, remind me at the end of this round.
Back way up.
At the end of this. At the end
We
of this
call that
round,
a
we're
gravity
going to,
smite.
At the end of this round, we're going to break.
Okay. Now-
because we need it.
I can't see Harriman, can I?
You cannot.
Am I still frightened?
No.
You are not.
I am hidden from the wasp, so I'm going to shoot the wasp.
Yes.
Oh, for
I'm afraid that does not hit.
Freaking wasp!
It's ridiculous.
the problem is at the moment is your DPS is out the window. I'm going to roll a charisma save. Nope. That's big. That bonus action hide. I don't need disadvantage on the hide. Oh, thank God for that. 22.
All right, you're hidden. Lulu goes. Lulu flies up in the air. What is happening? Ah! She turns and flies in front of you, Persephone, and blasts the wasp with her. I'm not going to get the thing out. It coats the wasp. Needs to make a saving throw. Which it succeeds with double 18s. Takes half damage.
Raid resistant.
Alrighty. That is Lulu's
He's a
turn.
Monsanto hell wasp.
Lulu gets out of the way after she attacks, right?
She is standing in front of her friend Persephone.
Oh no.
Your turn, Persephone.
If I cast a spell, can I still do Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, and then casting a spell is whatever spell you want to cast.
Okay, cool.
Just careful, you're in the aura.
Oh my gosh. Much for saying that.
Well, but so's the wasp if she's trying to hit
Well,
it.
I'm not trying. The wasp. Screw the wasp.
F that wasp.
No, I'm not. I didn't just fall off the cliff, right? Well, I'm right there.
Yeah, you're good. You're
She's
close.
on the edge.
All right. Shatter at Haruman. DC save. Con save 15.
Okay. I have a 14 and a 15.
So, is it me?
15 succeeds. He has advantage on saving throws versus spells.
All right. So he takes half damage, so 10. Does it look like it hurt?
You can see, it rattled him a bit.
Did it hurt his feelings? Okay.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Jax.
All right, Jax, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yes.
Thanks. Does that stack
Hell
with
Wasp.
the D6 I've got already?
Attacks. They don't stack, Jax. Attacks Lulu.
You already had it?
I won the D6 from Pixie.
So he can't have the one I just gave him?
No idea.
Are we saying they're the exact same thing?
That's
But
up
they're
to
both
you.
Bardic Inspirations? I think we're saying yes, so you can't have two.
Oh, okay. So I didn't. Hold on. I want to give it to. Who's next? Typhon?
Okay,
Okay, Typhon. He has it.
thank you.
All right, Lulu was hit. Lulu goes unconscious from the hit.
Damn it.
The Hell Wasp grabs her and begins to fly up in the air. Islam, do you have a melee weapon equipped?
That's a good point. Your inspiration's a D8.
I have.
I think the last thing you did was you shot with your bow.
I shot with my bow. So I
Right.
mean, if that would be an attack, I can't do attack of
You
opportunity.
can't do an
with my-
opportunity with a ranged weapon. So, Hell Wasp takes up into the air with Lulu in its clutches. It goes up in the air 60 feet. Typhon, welcome back to the middle of this epic encounter with Haruman on Haruman's Hill. The party has managed to destroy all of the Sturges and Haruman's nightmare mount. However, a Hell Wasp seems to be flying away with their friend Lulu. They have knocked Haruman off of Haruman's Hill, and he is currently under a curse where he has to try to break out of it each round or do nothing. However, many members of the party have taken severe amounts of damage. Haruman does a severe amount of damage himself if he is able to get any of these attacks off. And we have a giveaway.
I thought you'd forgot.
No.
I was just like, I swear I did mention it. But guys, yeah, we're doing a 3-month giveaway, a 3-month sub giveaway, thanks to Pixie. So I am clicking close entries now. We will pick a winner. Tamshu, there you go, buddy. You won
Cool!
a 3-month sub.
Congratulations, Tamshu.
So thank you very much to Pixie again. You are incredible.
Yes, incredibly generous, Pixie. This party would have died long ago without your help. So,
We still might.
Still right.
this incredibly resilient group owes itself to you. Typhon, it is your turn.
All right. This is annoying. She needs to stay close to everyone, but I guess we'll get her out of this one. As I look up to the... Shoot. don't know where it went. I will look up to the big old hell wasp and attempt to banish it.
That's a big spell. It is 60 feet up. Is that the range?
That's exactly the range.
All right. Oh, if Lulu was conscious, she would be very, very honored.
Don't tell her.
All right. That is a charisma saving throw, right?
Charisma.
That is its worst score. It has rolled, let's go down, an 8. As it disappears, and Lulu is falling.
Now,
Anybody gonna do anything?
A couple rounds ago, there was a ruling that somebody could potentially try to catch her if she fell.
I'm right there.
That was 10 feet. This is 60 feet. Even if you catch her, it will do damage. However, I will let you use a reaction to try and knock off. I mean, she's unconscious, so she's going to take a death save loss regardless.
I just look and say, Eastland, catch!
I've got 2 different music tracks going on. Just a second here. There we go. Oh, it was driving me crazy. All right. So, Lulu is falling. She instantly falls. Eastland, do you want to use your reaction?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You use your reaction. She lands in your arms, but even as she does, you feel something break in her little body.
My baby.
She has lost 1 saving throw.
The important thing, did Silas see that?
I will hand... I don't know if you have one already, but do you have healing potions, Eastland?
I have one last healing potion.
All right, I will hand the greater one off. And then...
To me?
Yeah.
We can use a... I'll use my regular one. Save the greater one
See,
first.
she's not that good of heart. She's just good of heart enough.
The greater one should be used for party members.
Samus,
I
remember
think
the drawing.
Lulu's not a party member?
All right, I'll hang on
You
to
get
it.
inspiration for being a
Remember the drawing, Samus.
Trust me, I've done everything that I can to save Lulu, including
All right.
not
I'll
taking...
hang on to it. And I just want... Only when he realizes you already have one. He just really wants that aura back. That's pretty much it. And that's about it. That was my action. So assuming the aura will pop up again, hopefully, I will move to here.
All right. Eastland.
Yeah.
It is your
Isla
turn.
will feed her other healing potion to Lulu. And when Lulu pops back into consciousness, she's going to hold her tightly. And she's going to growl at her, "Stay put." And she's going to tuck her into her cloak.
All right. She
Yes, my
goes conscious. Where did she go? Yeah. She goes conscious, which means the aura remanifests.
And with her in my with her in tow, I'm going to move into the tree. And wait, did I use a bonus action? No, I used a reaction to catch. Is the action to feed her the potion. I will use a bonus action to hide.
Okay. I'm going to use this for banished. All right. Haruman, come on, buddy.
Oh, okay.
You need to roll healing.
Still
for the
wisdom?
potion.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
Hopefully better than last time. 6.
Okay. Got it. Wisdom save, right?
Yes. 15.
I have a 9 and a 16.
Ah, he beat it with the 16. Barely.
All right, so he takes half of his movement to stand.
Does that happen at the end or the beginning of his round?
It says at the beginning, didn't it?
I've got no idea.
It's never at the beginning.
Oh,
Like
it
nothing's
usually
ever at the
isn't.
beginning
It
of-
usually isn't.
We always have to roll frightened and that at the end.
This is for the curse, right?
And to say at the start of each of its turn,
Oh,
if it
okay.
fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing.
Right. So he succeeded. He uses half of his movement to stand. And begins to
Wait, it doesn't. He doesn't get an. You don't get a save every time. You're just cursed.
Yeah, there was the
It-
save
it-
to do something or not
Mhm.
during the turn. He
Yeah,
succeeded,
the
so
curse
he can
is-
act,
yeah.
but he's still
Okay,
cursed.
but he's still cursed.
Yeah, he moves his 15 feet, and then he uses his action to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move to there. Double moved. That is his turn. Falkrunn.
Wait a minute. Was okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
Quick, build a fence.
See, if he was 10 feet below me and he moved out of my range, I'd get an opportunity attack.
Ooh.
That's true. You want to take it?
But triangulation, I don't know how that would.
No, there is no square of the hypotenuse. It's 10 feet. 10 feet is 10 feet is 10 feet. 10 feet up, 10 feet down, 10 feet around. You get your attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
No, it's a crit.
Technically
I
true.
just want everyone to
It's a
know that
crit.
I started saying that before I could see it. And it is a crit. 1.
Technically
Crit fail.
true. A critical failure.
Please continue.
Falkrunn. Woo!
So Falkrunn has moved and then used the dash action to put Haruman into her bubble of spirit guardians.
Indeed.
So, fortunately, unfortunately, that is, I think, the. Oh, you know what? Can I?
He hasn't taken damage from that yet, has he?
Nope.
No, he hasn't, because he's just been out of range of it the whole damn time. And then can I, DM, in order to if I hand somebody a bottle, it's a free action, but if I toss it to them, that's an action. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to need to be a ranged attack.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, then, since has no bonus actions, I will be where I am.
Very well.
Oh wait. Wait. Lulu's still there, right?
No, Lulu's with me.
Lulu
She's
is with-
tucked-
Oh,
He's
okay.
here.
Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure that I wasn't yucking my own yum there. All right. So cool. That's me.
Falkrunn is done. Silas, it is your turn.
I am sorry. I have conditioned stunned from Falkrunn's words.
I feel that way a lot.
That was IRL. That's not Silas. That's okay. So, gosh, he's really far away, isn't he? Butthole. Yeah, he's.
You're the one who knocked him off.
That's yes, exactly. But I still wanted to attack him. I guess he's trying to make his way so he can come back up the ramp. Is that what?
Correct.
It appears? Okay. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right next to Falkrunn. And that is my movement.
Fancy meeting you here.
I am just all tapped out on anything interesting that I could possibly do, so I'm actually going to hold my action.
Holding an action.
If any enemy comes within range, I will stab them.
Very well. Jax.
So I can't see him right now. If I climb the tree, can I see him?
I'm going to say yes.
I will climb the tree,
All right.
and I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, for what?
I would just like to inquire: does Jax have to climb over the corpses, or is he able to avoid the corpses?
That is what we're determining.
Okay.
21.
I just wanted to know how
21.
gross it was.
The corpses are very gross. However, you are able to use them to protect yourself from the spikes and barbs that are growing out of the metal tree.
Oh, you look tasty. I will get up and I will try to shoot him.
Alrighty.
24 to hit.
24 is a hit. This is non-magical damage, right?
It's non-magical
Alrighty.
for a massive 9.
So, Jax, as this arrow comes streaking out at it, you look down and you see a tiny tree grow up, and it says, Jax, Imp Slayer, assaulting an officer. Your
Say
own
what?
tree is being grown here for you to hang on for all eternity. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
He's already frightened, isn't he?
I don't like officers. Why? But why does that bother me?
You are already frightened, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, then that roll should have been at disadvantage.
No, because I was hidden. Which is why. I
Wait,
rolled
he
once.
went out of sight. Does frightened condition come back into play when he comes back in
it's-
sight?
Yes, correct. Okay, wait a minute. So you were hidden.
I was hidden, which is why
So
I
it
only
was a
rolled
straight
once.
roll.
Yeah.
Got it. The tree still does come up, but you're right. He's already frightened, so you can't be more than frightened. Super frightened. Lulu's turn.
I tried to do my frightened thing. I rolled.
You rolled an
I
18.
rolled a wisdom though.
Yeah, wisdom. It's a charisma
It's
for
charisma.
Haramans.
But can I keep the roll? Because it's an 18.
It's an 18.
With a -1 at 17. That's the DC.
17. That saves. You are no longer frightened. All right, Jax, that's you done. Lulu.
Back, everybody.
No,
Jax
it's not. Can I bonus
you
action
get
hide again?
Bonus action hide. Yes, go for it.
Oh, dear. 19.
19 beats his passive. All right, Lulu goes. She looks at you fiercely, Eastland. I'm not gonna let my friends die again! And she bursts out of your arms.
Ugh.
And flies forward.
I'm gonna try to
via-
keep her, Sean. I'm gonna try to keep her.
All right.
Does
let's
that
see.
require an action?
Or can we yell, "You're going to ruin Falkrunn's
Was-
spell. Please suppress your
Oh, yeah.
magic."
Or was that a disengage?
Yeah, let's yell that.
All right, let's see here. You were holding her, so she uses her. We're gonna say that was already you were already grappling her. She's going to use her action to try and break the grapple. Is what's happening
Well,
here.
technically, was you grappling her?
I had her tucked in my.
I mean,
I
are
had her
you?
tucked in my
That's.
cloak.
I mean, that's a grapple.
The referees have conferred with the active replay, and it is possession of
I think we need
Lulu.
to take it to Mike Pereira.
That's how I'm going to rule it.
Sure.
If Eastland does not want her to leave her side, then it's going to be called.
But
a
isn't a
grapple.
grapple an action? I used my action to feed her the
Wait,
the
I'm
potion.
giving you a free grapple.
No, I'm saying I just want to
Little.
make sure it's kosher with the rules, Sean. That's why I'm saying. If
It should be.
If you want her to pop out, but yeah, I'm holding on to her.
It's the DM's game, y'all. So
That's right.
and say if you're looking to hold on to her, Eastland,
Right.
grab one.
She rolled really bad, so
Oh my God, yeah.
you are holding her in you're holding her. So
I'm not gonna let him hurt my friends.
Technically, I drew her, which means I now own her.
It's true.
that will be a Persephone.
Hey, I'm gonna keep myself well out of range of this guy, so my concentration stays up.
Okay.
So 5, 10.
What do you need concentration for?
The curse.
The curse.
He's broken it, isn't he? Oh no,
No,
that's
it's-
just
it's still happening.
Wow.
Yeah, no, every
Yeah,
turn
every
it
time.
happens. So
Yeah. And oh my gosh, do I use my last spell slot?
I'm glad you've explained that to me because I've always looked at that and thought in 5e it's useless because once they've broken the spell, that's it. But obviously it's not, which is massive. That's really good.
All right, I'm gonna cast Shatter on him. Crap. 15 Constitution save. Crappy roll.
No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Constitution saving throw, you say. I've got double 15s. So that's 4.
4, yeah. I'm about to be a little bit useless, friends.
oh, then you'll join the club. So.
Just keeping that curse up's good enough.
The Hell Wasp stays banished. Typhon, you are concentrating on banishment. What else?
I am, and I'm moving to here. I have Impy Bro flap around at him, and I'm going to see if I can hit with this ring once in this combat. Let's go. 8 and
Again, his armor is very, very sturdy. You see it wrapping around trying to find purchase, and it cannot.
Oh, it's so disappointing. All right. I will then just step back to here.
All right. Eastlyn.
Eastlyn is not happy with her last hide, so she's going to bonus action hide again.
Okay.
Can you do that? If the last stealth was bad, you can kind of re-stealth before you make
Yeah,
an
it's a
attack.
bonus action hide. Can be bonus whenever you want.
All right. I will re-bonus. And
All
it
right.
was worse than last time, so...
That is a 10 for those of you looking at home.
Can I see him from here?
You cannot.
I cannot. All right, then I'm going to use my action to try to convince Lulu to stay put. I'm going to try to persuade her. I will say, yes, you need to protect your friends, but your friends also need to protect you. You are no good to us dead.
Make a
Stay
persuasion check
put.
at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
That's an 18.
We'll see what she does. Anything else, Eastlyn?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Haruman takes damage from the Spiritual Guardians. What are we talking about here?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it is. So I'm assuming you're doing Radiant.
Oh yeah.
2 7s and 2 8s. Wow.
Yeah, amazing.
30
Isn't
points
it a bunch of
damage.
little Steves? Wasn't
It
that
is.
what it was?
There's a bunch of little Steve hammers whirling around.
Alrighty. So his speed is slowed while he's in.
Yes.
I think
half.
so. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3,
Did he succeed?
4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Got to do that too, don't I?
Yeah. Roll me that
Got to
wisdom.
do that too.
Yep.
All right. I've got a 17 and an 8.
Ah, well, the 17 will beat it, so you'll take half, which is still 15 radiant Steve damage.
Is
No,
the
that was for the
movement
curse.
still
That
happen?
was for the curse.
that was the curse.
This one's going to be for the.
Oh, so he beat the curse.
He beat the curse.
He can move and do things.
All right. So this one will
Yeah,
be
he
for.
beat the curse that round.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
I have an 18 for Steve for Spiritual Guardians.
Okay, spiritual guardians. You take half.
Half. So that was 30. So 15.
15 radiant
But
ouchies.
it's radiant, just in case he is vulnerable to such a thing.
Indeed, it would be very good for you if he was, wouldn't it?
I mean, he is, right? Totally, right? Right?
Now, here's the question: Does like Steve have a tree that pops up for striking an officer?
Steve doesn't have a soul to punish.
How dare you?
So, I'm going to say that while he is in here, it costs him an extra movement to get out of it. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He steps to here. You look at all. He looks at you all, and he squeezes his hand, and you see black energy coalescing like around it, like a flame that draws in all light. All of the hammers that are swirling around you, Falkrunn, for a brief moment, are pushed back from this nimbus of light that grows around his fist, and he puts it on his chest, and you see dents in his armor, small scrapes and scratches that he has taken as he is healed.
Is that a spell, DM? Or
That
it
is his turn. That is an action.
Oh, gotcha.
But was it a
Special
was it a
ability.
Cool.
Special ability.
That is his turn. That will bring us to Falkrunn.
Spooky.
Well, Barn Whip. That seems awful. Yeah, fuck it. Falkrunn moves in and goes to swing with Quietus. Let's see what that does. Oh.
Now, does that count as him entering the area?
Oh,
It does not have to be on
boo.
his turn.
All right. Well, I crit failed on that, so So I imagine a 9 is not going to do it.
The 9 does not do it.
Yeah, so that's a swing and a miss. But he
Indeed.
still is in that beautiful radiant.
He is.
Yeah.
He will take the damage on his turn.
It says when it enters the area for the first time on a turn
Indeed.
or starts its turn.
Yeah, that's why it's
This is
such a good
something
spell.
you can walk up on someone and impose.
All
the
right,
damage.
fair enough. I'll make another wisdom save then.
So taking that with Herrick.
So I have rolled a 18 and a 17. So what's the damage on that?
That's going to be another 15 radiant.
So is that halved? Is that 30 radiant, which is the halved?
Yeah, it was the 30 radiant, and then halved it is 15 damage to you.
Did you roll the damage again?
No, we ruled that once the damage had been rolled for the turn.
For the turn. That's right, we did.
Turn,
Good.
and then
Yes,
top of
yes.
the turn I roll
Thank
again.
you.
No?
Cool. That will bring us to... Why did I do that? There we go. Falkrunn is done. Silas, it is your turn.
All right. I don't have a whole lot I can do, so I am just going to attack. Going to do Operation Half-Elven Shield. And
You don't
Go
actually
for
have to
the-
get that close if you don't want to.
True.
no, I want to block the way completely.
Got
I
it.
know he's going to walk through me, but, standing side by side with Falkrunn,
Just like old
etc.,
time.
etc., yeah. I do not... Hold on. I'm blessed.
You are.
Yeah. I'm guessing his armor class is just redonkulous.
Well, we know
It
a
is-
17 doesn't hit.
It is 20. So a bless will not help. Anything else
That's
from you,
it.
Silas? That is it. Jax?
Um, Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am going to shoot where I am at the moment.
Mhm.
No way! Oh my god, Pixie, you are crazy. Sean, start rolling for 2 healing potions. Thank you very much, Pixie. Oh
She's trying to save us.
my god. 17. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Come on, roll good.
This is your bardic inspiration?
Yeah, I got a D6 inspiration from Pixie earlier.
Alrighty,
So
that hits.
22 to hit. Oh my god, thank you again, Pixie. This is non-magical damage. For 26.
26. Got it. 26 non-magical damage. Alright, so let me take care of that, and then we will
And then
discuss
I'm
who
going
gets
to
these
move,
potions.
So I'm going to move. How high up am I off the tree? Can I jump and land?
You can. You'll need to make an acrobatics check to see whether or not you are able to keep your footing.
Okay, I
Pretty sure you're
jump
going to be able
with
to
a
do
14 acrobatics.
that. Yeah, you're good.
So how much movement do I take for that? None?
Just a second, Jax. I've got several different things on my plate here that I'm trying to take care of. Not able to pay attention to your question just right now.
Try and confuse you so you make a mistake in our
I want to make sure that I don't shortchange you guys on how many hit points he gets, because it's going to come down to the wire here. Okay, that takes care of that. Healing potions.
Yes, thank you very much.
It is a
Pixie.
normal healing potion. Both of them are normal healing potions. Thank you very much, Pixie. I have a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Tess, Persephone gets one, and Falkrunn, you get one.
Nice.
Hot dog.
Jax, that is your turn.
No, I've got a bonus and a movement.
Regular.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you,
I've got
you
a bonus
jump
and a
down.
movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much of that jumped? I mean, do I not take any movement?
You don't take any damage. 10. You
Right.
get 10 for free,
Okay, so
unless it was forced movement.
no. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I will move 45. Oh god, to there.
Okay.
To come in and pull out my dagger. And while we're doing that, thank you very much, Manx. Everyone roll for a D20 inspiration. If you haven't got it
Oh,
already, thank you very, very much, Manx.
You care so much.
I'm trying to
Well,
do it
we're-
all in quick rotation so we don't waste too long on
While
it.
we're doing that, Sean, did the non-magical damage seem to hurt Haruman?
You know from experience that non-magical damage seems to affect fiends not as well as regular damage.
Yeah.
Seeing as how Haruman is a fiend, that would seem to track.
But it wasn't. It didn't look less effective than it normally.
Correct.
Would. Okay.
Yeah. So, thank you very much, Manx. The DM won for the D20.
Wonderful.
And I believe, is Pixie going? So, see you later, Pixie. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes.
Bye, Pixie.
Pixie.
Sleep well.
Have a
Good
good
night
sleep.
to you, patron Pixie.
And that's it.
All
I
right.
go.
Jax, you done? Lulu goes. Lulu was not swayed. She is going to attempt once again to get out of your arms.
You're ruining everything, Lulu.
She really is.
Like Tinkerbell, she's got room for one
Well-
emotion.
So
Well, now-
she's rolled a 13 against your athletics check to hold her.
My athletics is a 10. She's
She
out.
breaks out.
Now, Persephone's
But
behind.
she can fly well over the top of the clearly visible spirit guardians.
She suppresses the spirit gardens as she comes over.
Oh, Lulu!
And she comes... Haruman, leave them alone! And she baps him. Nope, she can't. She used her action to escape from Islin. That will be the end of her turn. Why do I keep...
I need to bring
Turn.
this. I can just bring back this bug to take her away, right? We're okay with that now.
Persephone.
Oh.
Just drop concentration and be like, "Bug, you got it. Holly font, lunch, go,
Yeah.
or else we're all gonna die."
Yeah, no, Persephone, drink your potion, and don't risk the curse being gone.
Yeah, seriously.
No, I won't. I am gonna drink the potion at the end of my turn, but I'm gonna use this. No matter what I say to Lulu, like if I use an action to like persuade her.
It's going to be very difficult.
I
This
rolled
is
an
where she
18.
saw her friends. This is the exact place she saw her friends die before. She's not going to let it happen again, no matter what. An 18 was not enough.
All right, like the only thing left for me really is a vicious mockery. So I
Okay.
will cast vicious mockery for 3 damn points on Haruman.
Oh, okay.
Every little bit helps.
Unfortunately, her mockery can't go inside, right? Because of the
Lulu suppressed it.
Oh, so she used her action to suppress it.
Oh,
Sorry,
she
that's why-
can't. She can't. Nope. Yep. So it's
Because
still up.
when you said she suppressed the spirit guardians, I thought you meant she bubbled it up and screwed
Right.
us.
Yes.
That's why I was
she
making
used
the
her
Holofont
action.
lunch
She,
joke.
That's right. She used her action to
Break out.
break out. So she does not have an action to suppress. It's quite right. She does not have an action to
Would
suppress the anti-magic. So the spiritual guardians are still up. They are just all within this little bubble,
Oh,
which just still affecting.
which is still, that's where we want them to be, but,
We can't help.
well,
Right. And now the only reason why that is because this was the spell that was cast in it originally. This is we're getting kind of into some crunchy rules here, but I'm going to say that since the spell was originally cast within the bubble, when she comes back, it just resumes where it was before. All of the swirling things just happening in a smaller area.
Okay.
So Persephone, it's quite right. Vicious mockery does not penetrate.
Okay.
So if you'd like to do something else, you may.
I guess I'll shoot him with my crossbow.
Can you-
You want to hold an attack on the bug when we make him come back?
Oh, is that about to happen?
No, unless I get walloped. I have about 7 more rounds of concentration on it.
I'll shoot a crossbow at him. I mean,
Alrighty.
do something. 11 to hit. So
11 does not hit.
That's all I got. But I am drinking a health potion.
Okay, drinking a health potion. Hell Wasp is still banished. Typhon, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Love you, Lulu. Don't mean it. I'm totally joking. 10, 15, 20, 25. Does this bring me inside?
He brings you inside the bubble, yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully he can't keep healing. And I will
Yeah, seriously.
do a good old whatever it's called, chill touch
She'll touch.
with a little bit of help.
Indeed.
Get by with a little help from my imp. Synchronisticos. Hey, how
Nice.
19's not enough. I
19
know.
does not hit.
All right.
What?
Anything else, Typhon?
AC's 20. That's
I can't remember if I moved 25 or 30 feet.
Oh crap! You don't. It's too late now. But don't forget, I gave you that bardic inspiration.
East.
It is too late. All right, I'm good.
Eastland is going to try to shoot Haramon.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Yep.
It is Haramon's turn. All right. First, he does a wisdom save to see whether or not
He does anything.
does anything. This one's for all the marbles,
You can
kids.
bonus action hide easily.
Thank you.
I have a 20.
Yep, that definitely.
Disadvantage. My God, Sean. Oof.
Okay.
It's not a disadvantage. It's
No?
advantage.
that
He gets
has
advantage versus
Yeah.
spells.
Yep.
So, now he takes a wisdom save against the spiritual guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, the curse is he misses his action if he fouls, Samus. You can only have one curse.
Thanks for.
I've got a 9 and a 4 on this one.
Those are
So,
fails.
those are fails, so that's,
And
a lot of
25
damage.
Radiant damage.
Oh, nice.
Lots
or
of
more.
damage.
Or more than 25.
It is now his turn.
Is it or more than 25?
Now make sure you describe things slowly, DM, just in case anyone should need
Indeed.
to do something reactionary.
Yeah.
All right. He is still attacking with his lance, which is not the most optimal weapon in this situation. So, he makes attacks on Falkrunn. My lowest is a 19. 9 points of piercing, 16 points of fire damage.
All right, so let's see.
Jesus.
Pulls it up, brings it back. To do it again, I'm going to need a Constitution save to see if you maintain concentration on spiritual guardians.
All right, so hang on. That was 9 points of piercing plus
16 points of fire.
25.
So that's a single attack.
So that's 20,
5.
25.
25? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, that's damage. I need a con. Oh, fuck.
A
Okay.
very high con save.
Very high con save. I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration for that.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Spiritual
come
Guardians
the fuck
falls.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Well. All right then.
Even Pixie couldn't keep us alive.
Well, so no. In keeping with true Sean fashion, he's going to knock me out and then hit me while I'm unconscious. So.
With this many enemies around, a smart enemy might knock unconscious. It's possible.
So this last hit, disadvantage, his highest is a 17, which I believe misses.
That misses. Yes.
17 and a 25.
Oh yeah, no, the 25 will hit. That'll. Yeah.
Right. So last attack on Falkrunn.
Okay. I've got 17 hit points, kids. Let's see how I do.
28 and a 14.
I'm sorry. Wait. The 28 damage?
No.
No, 28
that's
to
a
hit.
It's got disadvantage. So he hit you with a
Disadvantage,
14.
so I hit you
Oh,
with a 28.
14
Disadvantage
to
is the
hit.
14. That is a roll of a 4 on the die.
wow.
He missed you, is what he's saying.
Got a
Oh!
plus 10 to hit. You rolled a 4.
Okay.
So that's his
You-
3 attacks.
Wait a minute. Wait, so I'm not dead?
You're not
Or
dead.
unconscious?
You didn't
Or
even get
unconscious.
hit.
You got hit
Falkrunn
once.
didn't even get hit.
Got hit
the
once.
Two that
Got
mattered.
hit once, yeah.
All
Two
right,
that mattered.
all right.
You see now his eyes are wide and blazing with hatred. Falkrunn, it's your turn.
Well, damn. Okay. I've got no tricks left. So, yeah, no, best thing I can do is I'm gonna toll the dead.
Okay.
So she just walks up and like slaps her hand up against his helmet and roll me a wisdom save.
Double nines.
Double nines means I get to do max damage.
Nice.
All right, cool. So let's roll that beautiful.
Is that 2d12?
No, it's just 2d8 right now. So
Oh, he's taking damage, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's 2d12.
Oh,
2d12.
And you rolled 2d12 too, so.
I
Yeah,
sure did.
it worked
All
out.
right, good on me. Oh god. So that's 11 points of necrotic damage.
Got it.
As I fire back to his barrage. And yeah, that's gonna be me, kids.
All right. Silas. I can't believe those both missed.
I think I'm gonna attack him.
Yeah.
I mean, just I don't know, on a whim. Let's see what that and he is engaged.
He is.
Wait. Can I
Yeah, it's Falkrunn.
can I retcon and take a bonus action and drink that damn potion?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll wait for the roll. Is it a 2d4 plus 2? Is it a...
What is it? Yeah. 2d4, so 7 points of healing.
Good? Good, okay. Okay, so is he engaged? Is he flanked? Is he anything?
No, all you've got is your bless.
Okay. I'm going to take a swing.
Come on.
That is
Ooh.
blessed.
Close. Yeah. Roll your bless.
Oh,
That's
come
a 21.
on.
That's a hit.
Oh,
That's 12 points of magic damage anyway.
Hmm.
Dance, magic dance.
Anything else for you, Silas?
That's it.
Jax.
This is just like description wise. Slides through Falcrunn's legs, moves around the back, and says, I'm not scared of you anymore. And then I try to stick him with the my silver needle.
Yes! Oh, my goodness. There's the crit.
Oh, you've been out all game. All game you've had me. Oh god.
Dice vomit.
Right, okay, so that is wow. Okay.
32
Tw-
plus
28,
8, so 40
32,
damage.
40 damage.
40 damage will do it. Yeah! The final blow is yours, Jax, as you slay Haruman.
He slides between Falcon's legs and then jumps up and it just plants the dagger into his helmet and leaves it sticking there as he falls over.
Goes down to one knee. Vengeance! You are all knocked prone as he explodes and is no more. That is the
My
end
dagger.
of combat.
Oh, thanks.
Trust us to kill the Hell Wasp, I take it.
How did I do
Yes. Yes, he has 4 hit points left.
Oh, good. Glad I used that spell. That's good. But, you know, who knows?
Right.
that's true.
Yo.
Hey, when he comes back, he can have 100 hit points.
God.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
When a critical comes in clutch. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
There was no way he was going to miss all those attacks again. The odds with a plus 10, come on.
No, but there's a good chance he may not take an action next turn.
Good point.
Not a
point.
good chance. Not a
That
good
curse, Persephone, was clutch.
No, I'm sorry. Like the curse,
Oh, yeah.
shoving him off the cliff. Like,
chance. Cliff
good
shows
job,
over
team.
And then spiritual guardians doing radiant damage.
Yeah, Spiritual
Rain.
Guardians did a lot of damage.
That was
Sometimes
huge.
you gotta let the sun shine in. Oh,
Just
Sean, you did real good.
Thumbs down.
Real good.
Oh, everyone's here.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I move to pet Lulu.
Falkrunn sits down on the ground right next to her.
It's like losing him again. Jandar too.
Lulu, I'm very proud of you. You could have run away.
Never.
You could have hidden from this.
No.
You could have. But you didn't.
I'm never leaving you all.
No, and we'll never leave you either.
We've got you, little one.
Well, I have thought about leaving.
Islin kneels down next to Lulu and says, "You're incredibly brave, but you have to understand, you are no good to us, dead. We need you here."
So pragmatic.
I turn to Silas and say, she saved him. She saved her twice.
I don't think I led us to the right place.
That depends. Does this bring anything else to your memory, Lulu?
Maybe. But it only brings maybe places we can go to ask other people. I thought this was it, but oh, this was where it happened.
This is also where you took another step towards redemption, Lulu.
It's a big word.
Maybe.
Listen to him. He knows a lot about redemption.
I've got no idea.
I think, Lulu, you brought us here because we needed to come here to save your friends.
At this moment, I think we should probably find what passes for shelter in this place.
Shall I have a
One
look?
of those creatures came down. There could be more. That bug thing. If something else attacks us now, it wouldn't be good.
I'll go and have a look for a cave.
I'll go and have a
We
look
need
for
rest.
somewhere we can rest.
Make a survival check, Jax.
I can assist with that.
Oh, can you? Awesome. That's fun. Oh,
Whoa.
29. Thank you for the
29.
assist.
There is
I start digging.
There's one.
not anything really that resembles a cave. However, right here at the edge where the hill looks out over the river Styx, roiling 20, 30 feet below, there's a slight overcrop of the rock. Just large enough for you all to fit underneath that would protect you from visibility from above. And with the river Styx right there, it's likely that nothing will come from you from that side. However, you can't call it safe.
Oh, look, Silas, I found a perfect place. Look at the beautiful vistas.
I don't think we can call any place safe here.
Oh, and I didn't say it was safe.
Did you just use the words vista?
I saw it in a book once.
Yeah,
I've got no
you
idea
are-
what it means.
Yeah.
Vista turned out to be terrible.
Strange windows we get into Jax's mind when he goes on rambling like this.
You are the most intelligent goblin I have ever seen.
So,
That
with a
is very
29, your survival's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah.
Nope. By
that
rights,
was a critical
there-
pass. That
yeah,
was
by
with the
rights.
assistance.
By rights, there should be no cover for you at all. However, with a 29, you are able to find just enough that you think you have a little bit
But-
of a better chance of avoiding attention.
Let's do it and set
You
up a
rest.
watch and get
Yeah.
some of that spell slot.
Was there anything left of Haruman?
Not a thing.
Yeah.
Not that armor? Gosh darn it!
I know, right?
What about that? Well, I guess the
You
lamp.
wouldn't have wanted it.
Oh, I bet someone here would have.
What about on the nightmare?
Oh, good question. The nightmare, as the nightmare was destroyed,
Is it fresh?
the nightmare had some barding. And as you, I'll make an investigation check.
Should I meet
The
it?
barding is definitely in view. It landed in a clump underneath the area where the nightmare was destroyed in a ball of fire.
What is it? Invest it like
You're
Jax
looking
should
around to see
investigate.
the area where Harumine died. You're looking around there.
okay. I was specifically looking around to see if he like had any packs or was carrying
Right.
any equipment on the nightmare. So
The only thing you find of the nightmare is this barding. It's
Okay.
black with tarnished bronze sort of details. But as you're looking at it, it seems it's smoking. There's small tendrils of smoke that are coming up from it.
I hate to say you looked like your faces like as I was listening to your description perked up. Is there a quality to these that seems interesting or arcane or something, or
They-
is it?
Cast your insight on the DM.
Interesting.
You know, it was.
This barding does seem. I mean, the fact that it is smoking and there is a smoke quality coming off of it that does not seem to be. It's not burning. You don't see a source of fire. It is not just so hot that it's burning the air around it. There is actual smoke emanating from it. But with a roll of 11, all you are able to find is the stuff from the horse.
Okay.
I once knew a goblin that would have died to get a little bit of nightmare meat. Ooh, zany little creature that was.
He was a kobold, thank you very much. But worth something, maybe.
Potentially.
Especially in trade,
Yeah.
even if you don't know what it is.
Can I gather it up?
Sure.
Wrap it around that.
You gather up the
Identify
various
it
pieces.
over
There's
our
there's
rest.
some stirrups. There is a bridle. There is a little bit of just like the trappings that go around a horse. The reins, the bridle, the stirrups. A saddle of sorts, but it's mostly there. It's not like an actual seat that somebody sits on. The saddle part is really just there to hold the other pieces together. It looks like Haruman was riding mostly bareback. So what is this going to be, friends? Short rest or a long rest?
Long.
Oh, y'all.
Long rest.
Like, we
It's
should-
possible.
Set up a watch.
What are your watches?
I can
have
watch.
Jax. I'll do the first watch with you. I've got a fair few hit points still, so
I'm sitting at 24 hit points, so I'm under half, but I'll take a watch with somebody as well.
Should I go in the night time because I can see?
there is no nighttime.
Can you set that alarm thing still, Typhon?
I can, but it only affects creatures entering our space. If they get this close, we're in bad shape. But I will do it.
Understood.
Is there a way you can increase the radius of it, or is it just?
I don't know. Falkrunn, can you grow your sword 15 feet longer?
I think we need a
Ethan
long
smiles.
rest.
Well, perhaps if I prayed, I certainly have the possibility.
You do that. In the meantime, I will cast it, and I will make it go as far as I can.
You do that.
All right.
Cranky.
First things first, everybody. By defeating Haramon, you have achieved 8th level.
Hey!
However, you do not gain all of the things that 8th level gives you until you succeed in a long rest. So, go ahead and level yourselves up. Give yourself all of the abilities that would recharge on a short rest. Those are all now at your disposal. You do not get the rest until you have a long rest. So that includes hit points. The hit points max have gone up. Warlocks get their funky stuff.
Oh.
I don't know what to take.
Funky
What happens if we were completely unprepared for that?
Well, then we'll just muddle
Damn.
on. What happens next is going to be very dependent on a couple of things.
So do we... If we're assuming we get a long rest, we would not expend any hit dice to heal? Is that...
So, maybe
What
the
is the
better thing to
ruling?
do here is to first, one of you needs to roll a d20.
Which one of us?
Should it be high or
Choose.
low? What are we shooting for?
It's just I need the number. It doesn't matter what
I will
number.
roll a d20.
Eastland volunteers his tribute.
11. All right, now roll a d8, please.
Somebody else or?
1.
1. All right, what are your watches?
Is it a question of if, sir, or which one here? Anyway.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so the first watch was
Eastland
Rhimb. I'm sorry, Eastland. Sorry.
and Jax.
All right. Do you all have anything you wish to discuss?
Does anyone
Sorry,
want
anything
rat on a
you wish
stick?
to what?
Discuss before we go to
Discuss.
bed.
Discuss.
Oh, and then also there's things like identify, things like that, all that stuff. Anybody want to do any spell writing?
It's all sort of contingent upon how
Getting
long
a
this
long
goes.
rest.
So
Gotcha.
first thing would be alarm, second thing would be identify on the stuff, and then it would be just sleeping. Or if I felt maybe we'll be attacked in an hour, I would do arcane recovery over a short rest. But I don't know how that works.
Let's all take
you know what I mean?
Let's all take a short rest while you all do your various things. That I think, with the roll of a 29 on survival, that warrants a uninterrupted short rest. So let's do that.
I would
We're
like
gonna
to talk to Lulu, but we can wait until business is over.
Can you, and so for a short rest, we can also expend some hit die
Oh yes, as many as you like.
and maybe a song of rest.
Oh, well, I don't want to draw anything to us, but
Oh, you won't. We're completely hidden.
Just do the sound of silence.
last time I did Song of Rest in a not super secure place, we definitely drew some bad guys to us.
Can you do an emotionally charged gesticulation of rest?
Yeah, but a lyric interpretation, like
A dance
Persephone, I
of
believe the last time we did that, I had you make either a sleight of hand or a performance check.
Yeah, it was definitely, I think, or even maybe a stealth, I don't know. But if you guys are willing to take that risk, I will totally do it.
I think we should wait for the long rest. I think I'm worried about that because I don't know if the additional points would make
Especially-
use of a potential catastrophe.
Especially if we're eventually going to get a long rest here.
freaking seriously. Sorry, I rolled my hit die. I rolled my 2d8. I rolled a 1.
Now, keep in mind, you do not have to use all of your hit dice. You only get one back on a long rest. This is just how safe do you want to be? Do you want to make sure you have these hit points before you take a long rest, or do you want to?
I was beat to hell. I was down to I fell one time. I died 2 times. I took some hit die on a short rest.
Yeah, considering I'm one of the meat shields for the party, I like to try to keep my hit points as high as possible.
All right.
I haven't used any yet. So. Not to rub that in. And I rolled snake eyes.
Yeah, right?
Let me do
Did I
that
really
for
roll
us.
snake eyes? That's terrible.
You could roll more.
Oh no,
No.
you rolled 2 2s.
So here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we level and we take short rest, and I'm like, this doesn't seem really safe. Can I cast Tiny Hut?
Do you have it prepared?
You can cast it as a ritual.
Is it a ritual?
It is.
Yeah, tiny hut is, yeah.
Ah. And you gain the spell on. How does that work? Did you have it prepared before you started the day?
No, but anything that's in your book.
If it's in his book, yeah.
In the book you can use as a ritual.
Gains 2 spells.
Yes.
I'll do it.
That checks out with the rules.
That's exactly what I did with Relimus. I took it when I could pick 4th levels, and I took the 3rd level ritual.
Yeah. I mean, there were other things I wanted first at 4th, but that's... I'm feeling more and more like I need some...
I think we need
some,
that, yeah.
Yes, Silas has brought to my attention, when I said you get 1 hit point back, I misspoke. You get 1/2 of your hit die back on a long rest.
Yeah.
And 1/2... Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, half of your hit die. Yeah.
Half of your total back on a long rest.
Oh.
So, did you cast Identify on the...
Yes.
Righty. As you identify, you realize that this item is incomplete. In order for it to be completely intact, in order to work, it requires the spurs.
Jax,
There we go.
Oh, yes?
go get the spurs from the body.
What are spurs?
Spurs are on boots, are they not?
They are
Yes, they're the
Isn't
little...
there nothing left of him?
nothing
I'll go
that
and
you have
have a look
seen.
for some boots.
Nothing that
Go
we saw.
look
Mhm.
with your stupid glasses. Go.
I don't know. Stupid. They're great glasses, and I'll go and have a look.
Prove it.
That pressure.
Yay, 24.
24. You are able to find, barely visible in the rubble of Harmon's Hill, little wisps of smoke coming up from it, a pair of metal discs attached to little protrusions that look like they could stick on a boot or something, that have nasty looking spikes on them.
Oh, that can't be them. I'll carry on looking. No. I pick them up. I'll take them over.
Is this what you're looking for?
It is
Hand them
indeed.
over and I'll tell you.
It'll cost you 50 gold.
Done. Add it to my list.
Okay.
And I'll hand them over. You know me,
Does
a
this
lot
look
of
to
gold
complete
now.
the item?
It does indeed. You now have Infernal Tack. Obviously very situationally useful.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna use them. Just, I don't know.
However,
Yeah,
they are
technically we have a PC that's big enough that other people, like Jax, could ride on.
Yeah.
Only if only we had a really big dragonborn.
You would have to find a nightmare or create a nightmare in order for it to work. You can't just use it and summon one. You have to
living in
find one and bind it to it.
But he does now jingle jangle of his own accord, right?
If he wears the spurs, he does.
Excellent.
So
All right,
Air
Pilgrim.
pilgrims.
that hour passes. I will need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, crap.
Hot.
Eastland is going to use her... I thought we were covered. I thought that heat was covered.
Oh, if we're in a tiny hut, yeah, it's a different.
It
heat.
all
Sean,
depends on
unless
when
it's
the
not.
tiny hut was cast.
Knowing that we're not protected from the heat in our little alcove, Eastland would have used her breath weapon to give advantage on people's...
Okay.
Is that okay?
The heat is definitely a part of this, but there's more to it than that. So, you did use your breath weapon the last time, correct?
That's
Yes.
what we...
All right.
Yeah.
So we will let that stand. It definitely helps.
All right,
So everybody has advantage on this wisdom save. So
advantage
that's
on this wisdom save. Okay.
Which I suck.
22.
24.
11.
7.
Can I still use my bardic inspiration?
7?
Persephone.
Was this at the beginning of the short rest or at the end?
this is at the end.
Okay.
Did Persephone roll with advantage?
Let's see.
Oh, no. Sorry, I missed that.
All right, Persephone, you suffer a point of exhaustion
What?
as the oppressive heat and evil of Avernus bears down on you. Silas, you pass with flying colors.
There is no coffee in hell, so as an artist, Persephone is suffering.
She does have coffee.
She does. Rhimb gave it to her.
Eastland.
But it's from
Doesn't have water.
That's true.
Yeah.
To eat the ground.
He's like, I need this.
I need it.
So the 10,
All right. So
the
I
10
think
does pass. 10 and
the
11 pass.
the 11 passes. So
Okay.
I believe that takes care of everything. So now that this has happened, Tiny Hut goes up.
Okay.
So Tiny Hut is up. You all crowd inside it. Do you still do your long rest or your watches?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And alert.
No, right. So, based on what you rolled on the random encounter, while you are in this hut, as you are all bedding down, getting ready, and setting watches, you hear. And you can look out the opaque wall of this tiny hut, and you see one of these giant wasps. Begins to creep along the outside of this tiny hut. It comes over to the side where Lulu is looking up at it and comes right to the side where she is.
Don't move, Lulu. You're safe inside.
I think it knows I'm in here.
We won't let anything happen to you. Stay put.
Okay. Obviously, Lulu suppressed her ability while you were casting Tiny Hut. I believe that the radius of it extends beyond the radius of her
It's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. Oh, so it's actually inside.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it would make sense, I suppose, to call it the Tiny Hut if it went much beyond that.
Yeah.
And then you see another one land next to the other Hell Wasp. And they begin to crawl all over this hut, looking for any opening.
If
They
I
cannot.
exit this to take them, will it ruin the spell?
No. Only if I leave.
Can they enter?
They cannot. It will keep us safe for 8 hours.
Well, hopefully their attention span doesn't last that long.
Perhaps we should observe if more are attracted. It would not do to suddenly be surrounded by hundreds of these.
I wonder. What happens to creatures inside bags of holding?
Suffocate within an hour.
Suffocate within an hour.
Lulu, would you be willing to hold your breath for a few minutes? You'll be fine. I promise. Just keep concentrating, and I think they've caught your scent, you see.
Yeah.
Later, if you crawl in this little bag, they won't be able to smell you anymore, and they'll run off, and then we'll take you someplace safe. But if you stay here and the rest of all of them gather, there may be too many of them for us to fight.
They're all just sort of moving around the outside of this hut now. She looks up and she looks at you. Will it be dark?
Oh yeah, you won't be able to breathe, but I can come in there with you.
Look at the bag, Lulu. See this little bag? It's fine. And it will be in our possession the whole time. We'll all be surrounding you. It will only feel like a moment.
Well, wait. If she goes in, how do we get her back out?
We can pull anything we want out of there that's
Same
inside.
way we get anything out.
Right. Well, I trust you.
Good.
Shall I go in there first?
Will you come with me?
It's probably a good idea.
So
All of a
Jax
sudden,
will no. Jax will do it, but I'm just thinking of so we can survive in there without breathing for an hour, yeah? Or once we go in, we can't breathe.
I don't. Perhaps.
What is it?
I don't know.
I don't know what it says. I just took your word at. So
This
might be totally wrong. But
Oh, sorry. No,
Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures. Minimum 1 minute, after which time they begin to suffocate. So, you've got 5 minutes.
We'll just see if it works. Or otherwise, we're going to have to try a different plan because
Yes,
they
in
don't
that
go
case,
away.
maybe Lulu should go by herself. Save the oxygen.
Typhon, if I stab one of these things,
You can't hurt it through. This is a dome of force. This is magic cannot pass through. Neither can any physical weapon, and I mean any. It is
Can I-
very strong and sturdy. You can exit, but you will expose yourself to any dangers on the outside.
Can I
Only
go-
then can your weapon attack on the
okay,
outside.
so then
is this
we-
tiny hut spell?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Check yourself. But okay.
Can I do a survival check how to mask her smell or her aura? Or...
Sure.
Let me just come away from the character creator, where I'm struggling to find out what to do. I 20, dirty 20.
All right.
I don't know. Sorry, Alias. I'm not sure what the.
Creatures and objects within a dome can move in and out.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could move out, but then you would be exposed. You could move back
Can
in
you
then.
shoot through it?
No.
That's an object that's non-magical, like if you have a plain crossbow bolt.
It says creatures
could
and
go
objects
out.
within the can move through it. Oh,
Objects.
interesting.
I think that has been brought up in other questions. I think it's a question of rules as intended versus rules as written. Rules as intended definitely says it's a place. The idea of the spell is it's a place to be safe. You can be in it, and nothing can get at you, and you can't get at anything else unless you willingly leave the hut. At which point you expose yourself. Of course, you can step out, attack, and then step back in. That is perfectly legal. But attacking from the inside of the hut is against the rules as intended. At any
Good
rate,
catch though. That's
Here's one for you though. Right. This is meta.
Okay.
That there's nothing stopping me and Yislin going out, stabbing, disengaging to come back in.
Yeah, no, that is permitted.
So
However, with a 20 survival, you think that if you are able to take some of the dirt that is around here that is a piece of Avernus and coat Lulu with it enough, a la Predator, that it will probably suppress the smell or whatever it is that is attracting the sheen. It is the celestial essence itself which is attracting these creatures. If you can somehow block that with come to think of it.
I mean, it's just like my idea, but dirtier.
Yeah.
I like my idea. Shove her in a bag of holding.
It's up to you. She's getting the bag of holding.
getting dirty is not going to kill us.
Oh, wait, I got an idea.
And I just grab her on me. I grab her and me and her start rolling around in the dirt to try and get mud all over us.
This is fun!
So she rolls around with you. You both get coated in the dust and ash and brimstone of
over her back with her nose
of Avernus.
And then we go out and do this.
Her
Walk out,
golden
stab one, walk back
skin
in.
and fur and all his is just filthy. She just looks there and her eyes open. You see these two little blue eyes in the midst of this just brown gunk. And she's
That's
just like,
so funny.
oh, this feels awful.
Oh, no, it's dirty.
However, after a few minutes, the hell wasps fly away. Would have been quite an interesting encounter at this stage without Leomund's tiny hut or Typhon's tiny hut. However, with it, they cannot get at you. They wouldn't have been able to get at you even if they sat here all night trying to get at Lulu. They probably would have lost interest after a while. Protected in this way, you are able to gain your long rest.
Hey!
Since this has been a long combat. And since I'm sure everybody has tweaking they want to do on level 8, we will call this the end of our session, and we will see you all again next week.